Hey everyone, it's Jordyn Pollard here, and this is episode 54 of the Sit Down Podcast.
Do you use a lot of product in your hair?
No, I don't. I have naturally, I wouldn't call it curly. It used to be really curly when I was younger, but it's very wavy, frizzy, all over the place. I wake up in the morning and it's in all directions.
Right.
I usually just
right.
brush it through and then it's this big and then I just straighten it.
Aha.
You kind of have an afro then in the morning.
Yes, an afro. Something. I don't know what else, but there's something else mixed in there.
I recognize that picture in the background there with the red umbrella. What is that?
I didn't paint it or take it or anything. It's just a decoration.
Yeah, but I feel like I've seen that before.
Maybe.
Is that some famous picture or something?
It? No, that's a red balloon.
That's
not that I know of.
Maybe.
I should.
You totally could have had us and been like, yeah, I drew that.
Yeah, I took that picture when I was in Paris.
I drew that specifically for this episode.
I'm not a good liar, though. I couldn't do that. I really couldn't do that. I honestly, I'll try to lie to my boyfriend or my mom or my dad, and it just will not fly. I just crap it right then and there.
Have you ever lied to them successfully? Maybe a little white lie or something I didn't eat the last cookie in the cookie jar or whatever.
Oh yeah, something like that. But sometimes say I'll forget to call and make a doctor's appointment. I'm so bad for forgetting to schedule appointments and stuff. So my mom will ask me about it and then I'll be like, yeah, I totally did. No, you didn't.
Just read right through you.
They know. Oh yeah, but it's not even reading through me. It's just I'm not good. There's no reading to do. It's just right there. Yeah, she's lying.
My daughter is a terrible liar too.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
So what are the telltale signs that she's lying?
Just her face. You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has this. I'm trying to keep a straight face kind of face. And if she does that, then it's not.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out of her mouth, just don't take it.
How old is she?
10.
Oh yeah, that's a fun age.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the starting to. It's like the preteen. It brings some challenges.
Yeah.
But our son just turned 3 on the weekend, and that's interesting too.
That's awesome.
Is he lying yet?
He's lying? No, not at all. No, he can't lie.
I can't. Sometimes I can't tell if my 6-year-old is lying or not.
Really?
Honest to God, but he takes after me and Janelle, right? So we're very not that we lie, but we're just we can be very sarcastic.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah. So then he picks up on. He's very sarcastic as well. So it's little things like, oh, did you flush the toilet or did you wash your hands after the bathroom? And he'll lie about it. And then you go and there's a big turd in a toilet or something, you know what I mean? And it's okay, you obviously didn't flush the toilet. Just stuff like that.
I don't know. To me, I'm the same with sarcasm, but I don't know. To me, is sarcasm lying? Do you think?
No.
I feel it's more of a tone. It's lying, but it's in a tone.
It depends on how you're saying it. If it's obvious that you're not speaking the truth, it's all right, this is.
Yeah.
But it can be obvious to you, but not obvious to someone else.
See, and that's the thing. My wife thinks that my sarcasm is too good.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't know if I'm serious or full of crap.
Yeah. But that's what's awesome about it, right? That's what I love about it.
I usually tell people I hate sarcasm. And if they get that, then
they're
sarcastic. Yeah.
My nephew, he is 5 years old and he's not necessarily sarcastic, but he has a wild imagination. It's crazy. He plays hockey and he'll commentate the whole thing, and he does sellies all the time. He watches he plays NHL on his PS4 or whatever, and he'll see all the guys do their celebrations, and he memorizes what each guy does. He'll say, "This is what Ovechkin does," or "This is what David does, Connor David does." Crazy.
How old
But
is he?
he's 5, but he's been doing that like since he was probably like not even 2 when he started like pretending to skate in the kitchen. It's crazy. He's just so has a crazy imagination.
That's awesome.
That's good though. Like imagination is a spark of creativity. Is that a saying?
I don't know, but it sounded good.
It should be a saying.
Makes sense.
If it isn't, it is now.
There
I
you
agree.
go.
I think that a lot of kids aren't as imaginative as they can be or as they used to be with the computers and stuff or
Right.
iPad and TV.
Do you know that game Among Us? You ever
Yes.
hear that one?
Yeah.
Do you know what that one is?
I've never heard of it.
No.
Among Us? Really?
It's an online game where there's like a bunch of little characters, and essentially, like for example,
You're on a spaceship.
yeah, you can set the game for like 10 players. So it's like 10 random players, like worldwide, right? It's an online game.
Mhm.
And basically you have your 10 players are on a spaceship, and then the game appoints one of them as the imposter. So like the imposter knows he's the imposter, and he has to go around sabotaging the ship, and the other 9 have to figure out who is the imposter. That's that. So there's an imposter among us, basically is the concept, right? Anyways, my little dude's playing that game, but when he's not playing it, he's wanting to play it in real life. So he's like running around the house pretending to be an imposter and trying to sabotage things around the house. And like, it's really cute though. But
yeah, so every time you open the oven, make sure there's no
no
bomb in there,
he
whatever.
jumps around from the corner and scares the shit out of us all the time. And oh my God, he's pretty awesome.
Awesome though. It keeps things interesting.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
or
yeah.
very annoying sometimes. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And then, he'll jump around the corner and scare you.
And then
But-
you just want to.
Yeah, like something like that, right?
You want, but you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if this like analogy is it might feel different for you or not seem true to you, but I feel like when you have kids, like it's almost less annoying like when they're yours, whereas if it's like someone else's,
Yes, I'm gonna agree with that 100% because I'll have like specific expectations for my son.
Mhm.
Like if I see Mark's kids doing something, like it doesn't faze me at all because they're not my kids. But if my little man's doing something that I'm not okay with, then you know what I mean? There's just an expectation there.
Yeah.
And I don't
I think it's, yeah. Like, for example, we had a friend over and we had the kids, they were just running around and I was kind of getting annoyed. Like, okay, we're trying to have a conversation, just shush.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then the friend was like, whatever, I can still hear you. It's all good. Like, really?
Just probably used to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It depends on the mood, I guess. I'm usually pretty laid back, but
Yeah.
when I'm tired, I can't. I get aggravated real easy.
I don't know, I try not to do this, but there have been some times where I don't know if I would say I crossed a line, but like, for example, if I saw your kids, this might be a bad example, but if I saw your kids doing something that I wasn't okay with,
Mhm.
I would voice it.
Yes, I want you to.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
some parents don't like that. Like, don't tell my kids what to do. And it's like, your kids probably shouldn't be doing that. And I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
I've always said if my kid is out playing somewhere and doing something that's absolutely stupid and someone else in town, I don't care who it is. Well, that's not completely true. But
Yeah.
if it's someone that I would, trust, then go ahead, tell them straight.
Yeah. I don't scold them and yell at them or anything. Like, I'm not overboard like that.
No.
But example is, I remember this was a while back. We were outside of, I want to say it was Dairy Queen by the mall in PA there. You know how is it Dairy Queen? It's not there anymore.
Oh, it's a
but it
denture
used
place
to be
now.
there. Anyways, there was a kid on the sidewalk outside Dairy Queen, must have been, I don't even think he was 10 years old, maybe 7, 8 years old, and just littered. Like the garbage can was from me to the camera away, like 5 feet away. And, he had his garbage from from the fast food joint, and he just threw it on the floor, like right there on the sidewalk. So I stopped him and I was like, come on, kid. Like, are you serious? Like, the garbage is right there. And I'm a complete stranger to him. And he just kind of looked at me, but he picked it up and threw it away.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact words I used. Something about, I think I was like, you're better than that. Come on, man, pick that up. Like, you know better. And then he picked it up and threw it away. But stuff like that, like, that's not my kid and that's not my place to say, but it's like,
was there a parent there?
No.
Oh, then I think you have every right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'll do something like that. But even if the parents were there, if the parents hadn't said something, I totally would have. Like, why aren't you telling your kid that that's not okay? You know, like, and there are people out there that just like free for all, let them do whatever they want.
Yeah. No.
That's true. Yeah. And I'm also a big, like, don't litter, don't throw things out the window. I hate that so much.
I used to be terrible for that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I remember.
Oh, man, I would throw it driving. I'd throw shit out the window all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So
I used to smoke too. And that's cigarette butts everywhere.
Not only butts, but just the whole empty packet out the window.
Oh, man. Everything.
I gave you shit for that one time.
I don't remember that.
No.
Well, not
we had an argument.
Your ways, though.
What was my reasoning? Do you remember?
Someone will pick it up.
No.
That was bad.
And I'm like, yeah,
it's not
me.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I remember in high school, like, the whole parking lot was just filled with garbage. And there was an old man that lived down the street or something, and he'd come and clean it up after school almost every day.
Oh, wow.
So that was the thing at my school. Like, if you did something wrong, like, I don't know how it is here, but here you get sent to the principal's office and then you sit outside, whatever.
The fireplace going?
Maybe.
Because I smell smoke.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And then, but our school, you got sent to the principal, but the principal told you to go to the janitor and the janitor will give you a job. And one of the jobs was to sweep the whole,
like the lot.
The lot, the parking area, whatever. And that'll make you think twice about, stupid stunts. Because you don't want to sweep that whole area. That's a big.
Oh, that's big.
I did that once.
Oh, that's not good. What did you do?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it does.
I don't. That wasn't the first and only instance that I got sent out. So
I don't think, and not in high school. Actually, no, that's a lie. I don't think I ever really got in trouble.
You don't seem like the type of person that would.
Oh. I was going to say not in high school, but no, I don't think ever. Not ever. I don't have any good stories to tell.
If you play by all the rules, you miss all the fun.
That's true. But in elementary school, I went to a little country school, Hillmont, Saskatchewan, like middle of nowhere. And I don't know if you guys have heard of that place. But I went to school there, and I don't know what was up with my class, but we were known as the class from hell, basically. The guys in our class, they were so bad. And even now, you'll talk to them and we'll all just joke about it, but it was terrible. They just made our teachers go insane. And so I felt like being a good student was helping them a little bit.
Evening out the polls there.
Yeah, well, I like to think that's why I was being nice, and not that I was just innately nice and just never wanted to get in trouble and be a rebel. But I tell myself that.
Whatever make you sleep at night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you sing songs, just to change topic? Oh, wait.
I want to ask, how did you reach out to Jordyn, or did Jordyn reach out to you?
I reached out to Jordyn on Twitter, but it wasn't Jordyn that answered.
No, it was my manager.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Angie, right?
Angie, yes. You got it.
Yeah. So Angie runs your social media?
She runs my Twitter. It kind of helps me out here and there because I'm in school, and sometimes when I have midterms and stuff. Right now I'm in midterms, so it's super busy. So replying to Twitter, I'm not kind of just putting that on the back burner right now. But yeah, she's awesome. Every time that I go through a little hiccup or I'm having a hard time, she's always there to help me out. So yeah, during midterms right now when I'm stressed to the max, she's keeping me updated on what's going on.
Right.
I'm glad you make time for us then.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to until I saw you guys' video and saw how cool you were.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
That wasn't sarcastic. That was true.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But no, I reached
yes,
out to her.
I am-
So I reached out to her. I was actually just going through our Twitter followers because I was looking at, who is following us and who's an artist. I mean, put one and one together. If you're following us and you're an artist, maybe we can do something together.
And
like this.
and Jordyn was following you on Twitter.
Yep.
So then my question is, how did you following you or Funky Moose
Funky
Records?
Moose.
So how did you find Funky Moose Records on Twitter? Or was that Angie?
That was probably Angie. We just kind of follow like a whole bunch of people, like local businesses and stuff, just to kind of keep in touch with everyone, like support local. So yeah, I just kind of follow lots of random people.
Oh, that's the fun part about Twitter, I think.
That's true. Twitter is one of those things, like I find if I follow, I don't know, the algorithm's different. Like if I follow a whole bunch of people on Instagram, I'm still only ever going to see posts from like say Taylor Swift or people that are like getting more engagement, whereas Twitter, I find like you see everything.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, if you're following 1,000 people on Twitter, that's a freaking lot of crap to scroll through, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't all tweet at the same time.
And it's just a timeline too, so it's not like you need to see every little thing Taylor Swift tweets or whatever, right? Yeah.
Twitter is more about moments, I think. Like you say something in the moment or you have something to announce. And when you want to announce something, you have to do it multiple times on Twitter because else people won't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. The format of Twitter has always kind of confused me. I'm kind of after Twitter's still relevant, but it's not as relevant as it used to be, I find. I kind of came in the game when Instagram was really hitting big.
I like Instagram a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Do you use TikTok?
I do. I just started TikTok. I'm a new TikToker. So, I mean, if you guys want to check it out, that'd be super awesome. I'm trying to be creative and come up with new song ideas, and I find it's really difficult. I don't know how people post like 4 times a day.
I've been trying to crack that. I don't have TikTok, but I'm very aware of it and I'm aware of it in my own world, I guess. But
you think you know how it works.
I think I know how it works, but I've been trying to crack that algorithm with some friends for a few weeks now, and we can't figure it out. Justine Giles, shout out from Alberta, has a TikTok account, and she did a post a little while ago, a few weeks back, and it blew up. And from there, we're trying to figure out, well, what did you do that made it blow up? And every day there's like another 5,000 views on it, and it's just like, what the hell? And then all her other talks are like 100 views, maybe 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think a lot of people, well, I've seen some videos that kind of show tips, and one of them, it says like you got to grab people's attention like right off the bat because they're scrolling through different videos and they're all really, really short. So you want to get to the punchline right at the beginning, or have something that says what the video is going to be about. And there's like a whole bunch of different strategies that you can do. Like there's like these sounds that you can add to your videos. Like that's why people always do the mouth ad-libbing and stuff. And a lot of people, they won't even use those sounds, but they'll just add them so that all of their videos or that video is under this sound, even though it's not about that. So when people,
it's almost like a hashtag kind of thing.
It's like a hashtag, and you can still use hashtags on there too. But yeah, I don't know.
I think you're too old for the TikTok.
I think I might be. I will probably never get TikTok because of the ones that I've seen are just ridiculous. That don't make any sense at all and are embarrassingly funny.
Really, I really like scrolling through TikTok. I've gotten a lot of like neat tips and tricks Like, I don't know why, but like, it's not that I clean that much, but I've been getting a lot of cleaning TikTok videos lately, and such great ideas. Like, I
Maybe
don't
it's
know when I'll ever use them, but
So like what? Give us a couple.
maybe it's a hint.
okay, maybe I'm not that uncleanly. I do clean, but it's like really in depth. Okay, so this one, it's, you know how when you have like leftover like lasagna or anything with tomato in it, like really acidic-y, and it gets all orange and red in like
Yeah.
your plastic containers and stuff.
Yes.
Well, this one lady, it sounds like so simple, but I don't know, I would never would have thought of this, but you put a paper towel in the container, put a little soap in there, a little bit of water, and just shook it up for like a minute, and it was all clean. Like, no one's ever thought of that yet.
But that doesn't make sense though.
Why couldn't you just
Why
wipe it
wouldn't?
with that
Yeah,
same
if you're
paper
using
towel?
soap and water and a rag, why doesn't that work?
It just doesn't.
Did you try it
I've tried it.
and it worked?
The shaking thing works, but not the rubbing, like the with just the rag.
So like
I
you yourself put a paper towel in with soap water and you shook it and it took it off.
Yes.
I'm also called bullshit. Does it really?
No.
So tonight when Joel's going home, he's gonna find the dirtiest bowl that he has.
I got a few of those because it's always like the leftover spaghetti or lasagna, and then you heat it up in the mic, and then it just cooks on the inside.
So do you have to do it when it's still like mushy and cooked, or can you do it when it's already stained?
I don't think it matters. But I think you have, like, I put a fair bit of soap in there. So I feel like maybe it's the soap concentration and just the fact that you're having something like shaken up against it. I don't know.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I've
Well-
also been getting a lot of like recommendations, like witch talk, because I don't know why, because I'm really not witchy. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't seem that witchy, but I've been getting lots of like spiritual things on there, which is interesting.
I think the way I understand it is because you would have clicked on one or saw one in your feed, right? And like interacted with that one, and now TikTok's like feeding you more of them, right?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And like there's this one video of this one girl who got some stone or something, because like these crystals have energy. I don't know how it works, but she got this one stone and she was like bawling her eyes out, and she said, I just started wearing this stone and everything bad is happening in my life. And then I watched this like 10-minute thread, like this woman made like 10 different videos about why this stone is like so detrimental to your aura or whatever.
So then easy solution, get rid of the stone.
I know, but
Yeah,
they
but
say
there's probably a certain way you'll have to remember Ouija boards? You can't just throw a Ouija board away, because that's bad to do, man. I don't even think you can burn a Ouija board, right? Don't you gotta like bury it?
you have to, a lot of people like they get special crystal, like it's another crystal thing, like get things that will protect them from the spirit, I think. I mean, I'm
Look
way
at Mark. He's just like,
I
"Oh,
need
yeah."
to get more into witch talk, I guess. I need to learn this stuff and I'll update you.
Oh, for sure. I'm all ears.
I believe that there's something out there that we can't see. I don't know about
when I was
having one stone fighting another stone because you see a ghost. Or
I remember drinking and drugging a lot back in the day, and I used to think I was pretty awesome at tarot card readings.
Oh,
I kid you not, man. A lot of the readings that I would do were bang on, but as soon as I like stopped using, then it kind of faded away. So I don't know.
oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, because sometimes I don't know if I believe in it or not. There's this part of me that maybe I am a witch, maybe that's what draws me to it. But I am kind of fascinated in it, and a lot of people are starting to talk about the Matrix. I don't know what the Matrix is, but I'm interested.
Have you not seen the movie?
No, I don't know.
Okay,
What is it?
How old are you? I don't know. It's not
I'm
polite
I'm
to ask.
only 19, so I'm
Okay, that explains because
So
it's a movie from
there's
the.
actually a new Matrix movie coming out pretty soon, the fourth installment. But the movie was really big in the 90s.
Yeah.
98 maybe later,
No, earlier than that.
earlier than 98. Anyways,
Let me
it's a
Google it.
movie with Keanu Reeves, and the whole concept of it is that we are in a simulated world, right? So in the movie, he finds out that he's in a simulated world essentially, and then he unplugs from it. And when he unplugs from the simulated world, it's like what real life is, but when he's plugged into it, he's like the chosen one. So he can basically do whatever the hell he wants to, right? He's like God kind of thing. And there was like there's three of them, and then there's a fourth one after like 20 years. They're doing another one.
With Keanu Reeves too.
Yeah, all the cast, I believe. You didn't know Matrix 4 has been recorded? You didn't know that?
Nope.
Yeah, you bet. That'll be coming out in this year, I think.
Keanu didn't text me.
Yeah.
yeah.
So essentially, that's what it is. The Matrix is that we're in a simulated world.
Oh, 1999 it came out.
In
The
99.
first one.
So
so
now
that
there's
that far before me, long before me.
right. So yeah, now people believe that shit. That we're actually in a
Chosen.
simulated world right now, and in real life we're in some pod with wires plugged into us, and that's what people actually believe.
Yeah.
That we're in the Matrix.
So maybe that's what they're
believe
talking about there.
I don't believe that at all.
No. Some of this witch stuff though, I gotta say, I don't know. Something about it. And then some people were saying, like this one girl was on there and she's just like, does anyone else have a memory of when you were really young and you like jumped off of something and you just floated in the air for a couple seconds? And the amount of people that commented on that saying that they did that, I don't know.
It's called
That
a
sounds
dream.
odd to me. She jumped off the stairs and she literally like levitated.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it though?
Yes, it is. See, I was thinking like that too when I was your age, and that's why I thought I was awesome at tarot cards and stuff. And then I grew up.
I don't know if I'm into the same stuff as you though. I think there's a line.
Yeah, maybe you might be right.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's
Weird.
like magic. Like if you what's your thoughts on like Chris Angel or David Blaine or those kind of guys? Would you call that like witchery or wizardry, or are they just magicians?
Witcheroo?
I mean, I see them as magicians. To me, I don't know. I don't think like witches necessarily have power for entertainment. I feel like, like they're just placed here to do like all the spiritual mojo and like feel people's auras and like fix people in that way, whereas magic is like for people's enjoyment. I don't know if there's like a distinction, and like if you have to go to like wizard like magician school or like what they have to do, but I don't see them as the same.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. If let's say that I'm a witch, all right, and I'm supposed to like not feed off people's auras or stuff, but like you said, like spiritually feel it out, sense it out, and that's like my purpose. Now, if I'm doing that, but I can't make a living doing that, I can't keep a job, I can't do anything, but I realize that I can supplement a very good income by showing what I do, by entertaining people with what I do and getting paid respectively for it. Like David Blaine or Chris Angel would. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I see that.
So maybe they were doing that and they're like, well, I don't want to live on the street and I need to make some money. So if I show this guy that I can like pull a bunny out of a hat, I might get $100,000 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Or pulling a bunny out of it?
No. Like, see, it's so weird to me because like, can witches do what magicians can and can't? And sometimes I think that magicians, a lot of it is just kind of illusions too.
Yes.
But some of it's just so good that it can't be. I don't know. It's
like some of the shit that David Blaine does is it's not an illusion. He's really doing it. like an ice pick through the arm. Like he's really putting an ice pick through his arm. Like it's not fake. He actually did it. Or like what he did the last one. Did you like with the balloons? Did you see what he did with the balloons?
No.
Oh, he like went above the clouds and then he like put a parachute on like 25,000. I think he was just shy of 25,000 feet. And like, yeah, helium balloons. And he just went up and then he puts a parachute on and then parachutes down.
Oh my God.
Well, that's not really magic. That's just holding on for dear
It's
life.
definitely like training and endurance and stuff, but it's not an illusion. He really did that.
Yeah, but it's not a magic trick.
No, but neither's putting an ice pick through your arm
So
or swallowing frogs and then spitting them back out again. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I just don't, but like, where is this? I don't know what the similarities and what the differences would be. I don't know. It's tricky stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many conspiracy theories. That's another thing. I'm so into the conspiracy theories.
Are you? Oh my God, this is gonna be it. Get your seatbelts on because this is gonna be a long night, you guys.
Well, like I don't know.
You're in the same time zone as us, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm actually an hour ahead. 7. It's 8 here. 8:30 here.
Yeah, here too.
Boom.
Okay. So we'll go to midnight and go.
Totally. No, I just started kind of getting into it because throughout COVID and stuff, when you don't have nothing to do, you just go on Netflix and look up documentaries. And there's this one Netflix show, and also on TikTok, I see lots of conspiracies. But there was one called Conspiracies, and they had one about like Hitler still being alive and just things like that. And I'm so fascinated in it. I love history. And so things like that just really intrigue me.
Right.
Is Elvis still alive too?
That used to be a big one. Where
I don't know.
So why would Hitler be alive and not Elvis?
Not Elvis. Elvis has a cameo in Home Alone.
What?
You can Google that, where the scene where John Candy is meeting the mom. You know the movie, right? Home Alone?
In the airport.
Yeah, where she's like trying to get the plane ride home and John Candy comes up behind her or whatever. One of the extras in the back apparently is Elvis Presley.
We just watched that movie. I never noticed.
For the record, it's not Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
But that was the whole thing on the internet, was that it was.
I don't know. If someone can back it up, like I saw one on TikTok last week, Princess Diana being murdered and applauded by the royal family. 100% believe.
I almost would side with you on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was the paparazzi that were like chasing her down that night. Yep. I don't know. I feel like I've been on that rabbit hole before too, and I was like, it made sense.
The video said like the paparazzi and the guy that was actually driving the vehicle that Diana and her boyfriend were in, they actually worked for some secret agency group. This one girl did a whole bunch of research, and there's like probably 11 parts to it, I think, and she explained it. And the guy that Princess Diana was dating was Muslim, and so she explained that the queen wanted to get rid of him because she didn't want the future prince or the future king to have a half brother that was Muslim. And then Prince Andrew was part of the whole Epstein thing apparently, and Princess Diana knew about it. And yeah, a big ordeal. I think it's 100% true.
That sounds like a fun one. That one's I could get on board on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You must have some kind of conspiracy theory where you're like, oh yeah, maybe.
Well, that's the thing with conspiracy theories. Sure, they sound like they all make sense because
they're just fun.
Well, I know, but then there's people that say, they are saying this.
Yeah, who's they?
Well, who's they?
Yeah.
It only takes two people to come up with an idea.
Yeah. We should come up with
like
one.
they conspire to it, and it's a conspiracy theory.
We should come up with one right now.
A conspiracy theory. Well, here's some I'll tell you some factual stuff.
Oh boy.
That
Take it with a
blows
grain of
my mind.
salt.
I love this.
I'm giving you a heads up right now. Whatever he says, take it with a grain of salt. He says facts, but
probably gonna believe it though, because I'm quite gullible, as you can.
You can do all the research you want on this, and if I'm wrong, please somebody correct me on this. But if you on a clear night sky look up, okay, and look at the stars, you're looking back in time.
Okay, I saw this.
Well, it's true because the stars are explosions that happened like millions of years ago. And the only reason we can see them is because of the speed of light, and that's how long it takes for it to get to our eyes. So technically, we're looking at billions of years ago. Like, they're not there anymore. They're gone. That's freaking, that's cool shit, man.
That's not a conspiracy.
No, I didn't say it was.
science.
I was just saying that this is facts.
Cool.
I think it's cool shit, man. And
Ah.
how like space is ever expanding. Like, it's always getting bigger, constantly getting bigger.
Yeah, it's like infinite.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
I don't think space is getting bigger.
It is.
It's already huge. We just haven't found it yet. Because we haven't found the edge, because there is none.
There is none. It's always getting bigger. It's ever expanding.
Yeah, I don't know. The world is like, this universe is just so big and complex. It's hard to understand it all.
Yes.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too. I 100% agree. Or a lot of like people that there's another show called I Survived Death, and it's like people that die and come back to life, and they talk about their experiences.
Yes.
That's
I watched the first 1 or 2 episodes.
yeah.
That is freaky. That's that levitating stuff that they're talking about too, right?
Yeah, kind of like around the same thing.
Yeah.
And
how high do they levitate?
Oh,
that high?
Yeah.
You can see Chris Angel doing that around Vegas.
Yeah, but that's the trick.
But how does he do it?
I don't know. That's part of being a good magician.
What I think is that maybe these people just understand this realm of reality. You know, that they just like there's another realm.
Like another dimension. Well, like maybe we're in the Matrix and they know how to unplug and get out of the Matrix. And that's how they can do that kind of stuff.
And I don't know if I believe in the Matrix, but I do, I don't know. I think there's something going on.
You should, I think before you make a decision about believing in the Matrix or not, you should watch the movie.
I definitely
I think you should check it out. Don't worry about the second and third one. Just watch the first one.
Yeah, the second and third are garbage.
Oh, well, the fourth one I can't vouch for. I haven't seen it, but
we need to see it though, because it's a new Keanu Reeves movie.
That's true. True that.
I'll watch it, but it's probably garbage.
Why would you say that? How would you you didn't even know that movie existed until like 2 minutes ago. So why would you say it's probably garbage?
Because 2 and 3 weren't that great.
So one was kick-ass.
Why wouldn't what?
One was kick-ass.
Yeah, and then they dropped the ball on 2 and 3, and why would number 4 be all of a sudden great?
I don't know. They had like 20 years to figure it out.
True.
Or they're 20 years later and kind of like, let's make a movie.
Maybe.
That's how I kind of feel like shows like Grey's Anatomy and stuff. I don't know how people can still watch that.
Oh, they drag on forever.
I know. I just couldn't.
Sons of Anarchy is same kind of thing. They should have ended it after like season 5.
I think shows are doing that nowadays though. Aren't they? Like newer, example would be, you ever watch Ozark?
I haven't. No.
No, that show is freaking awesome. I think their season 4 should be out, and I think it's the last one. Like, that's it. Like, start, finish, done.
Yeah, boom.
On to the next thing.
I like that.
The thing that I don't understand is how can you progressively like keep going on a storyline and have it still be like make sense and like be relevant? To me, I just feel like Grey's Anatomy, all their main characters are gone. They just bring new people on to keep the story going. Like, it's
a soap opera. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like Days of Our Lives or something.
Yeah.
How many generations of actors and actors? It's a job for them, right?
Exactly, though.
The original family is all died off, and then
it's their kids now that are having kids.
Yeah. No, I never really got into that show. Are you guys into any? What are your guys' favorite shows? Sons of Anarchy, I know one. Ozark.
Oh, so my all-time favorite or the ones I'm watching now?
I don't know, just shows that you enjoy in general.
Okay, so right now, due to my lack of time, I watch half-hour shows on Netflix. So Schitt's Creek and Kim's Convenience because they're nice and light, and I don't have to think. I just
Is Kim's Convenience a cartoon?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a Toronto convenience store owner, and he's Korean, or the family is Korean, and it's a CBC show, and they tackle a lot of, things like transgender and like the racial issues and stuff.
From a Canadian perspective?
From a Korean Canadian perspective.
Canadian. Okay. Yeah.
So, they make fun of Chinese people, for example.
Right.
And then because they're Korean, apparently it's okay to do.
Yeah.
So it makes it, I don't know, it's funny,
right?
Funny to watch. And then Schitt's Creek is, well, I mean, they won.
That's
Emmys.
Eugene Levy, right?
Yeah.
And Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
The mom from Home Alone.
Yeah, that's the one.
Love her.
They are genius.
I feel like her nephew went to school in Saskatoon like a long time ago. Her nephew now would be, and okay. My auntie was a teacher in Saskatoon. Yeah. My brain goes all over the place, but my auntie was a teacher in Saskatoon. And I remember when Home Alone was big, so like early 90s, I feel like my auntie was teaching Catherine O'Hara's nephew at that time, which would have been in elementary. So now that guy's probably like in his 30s, late 30s, maybe early 30s.
I think Macaulay Culkin turned 30 this year.
He's only 30? No, he's the same age as me,
40.
man.
He might be 40. Might be 40.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember a tweet from him saying, "You want to feel old? I'm 40."
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Bastard, I do feel old now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, so half-hour shows, those two are for me right now. But I think one of my all-time favorites is probably Sopranos.
I've never watched that.
You should, man.
On.
What's that?
Is that on Netflix?
No, it's an HBO show.
Like mafia stuff.
Oh yeah, New York Mafia.
See, I like stuff like that. I love.
Yes. So the main character actually goes to see a psychiatrist. You'll love this show. Watch it.
Okay.
Go find it somewhere.
See, I'm so into the psychological thrillers and all of that stuff.
And you like real stuff, like documentaries, right? Did you watch what's that one that was on Netflix about the guy in jail? How to make a murderer or something?
Murderer.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I did. That
and
so good. I liked it. I think I liked the second season a lot more than the first, though.
Do you think he's guilty or innocent?
I think he's innocent. I feel like they've just toyed around with him so much that he's starting it almost seems like he is, but that whole police department was just doing him dirty. Like it's, I don't know.
Isn't that insane? So then how, I don't know. I after watching the show, it definitely implies that he's innocent, but he's still in jail.
That's true.
Like he's still there.
I can't comment. I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
You need to watch
dude. There's only 2 seasons, man. So good.
How long are the episodes?
About an hour.
Too long.
So good, man. It was a big thing a while ago.
Honestly, especially the second season, I always talk to people about it because a lot of people get really iffy about watching crime documentaries, but this one, it's not super gory or anything. It digs a lot into the psychological aspect of it. And the second season, it's like his defense lawyer going through every single scenario, like how the blood would splatter and why she couldn't have died in that way. Right. And it's just crazy things
it's interesting.
Speaking of blood splatter, Dexter was a good one.
Aren't they bringing that back?
Yeah, there's a new season coming.
Never.
I haven't. That one?
No.
What's the one about? He's a serial killer, but he works in the forensics department at police department in Miami.
Or Los Angeles or something.
No, Miami, because he
Is
has
it
a
Miami?
boat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Miami.
So yeah, he's like the CSI guy, but he's the one doing the murderers.
So he's covering up his own crimes, kind of thing.
But he only kills people that he
deserve it.
knows that are guilty. So he's only killing bad people.
Yeah, that makes it all right, right?
Yeah, that makes it all right. No, it doesn't. I don't know if it does it?
Hmm.
Well,
It makes it right, but it's a good thing that they're gone.
See, that's
Right.
the whole
We
thing
won't
about that
miss him.
show. You kind of feel compassion for him because they're chasing him hard,
Yeah.
and he's trying to cover up, and he's, but he's a murderer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I so many emotions with that one.
It's good. I'm like any show though. I have a hard time binge watching things. If they get on like 3-4 episodes in, if I watch them back to back, like I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
But if I space it out, then I can like finish a whole series or something.
Yep.
There's a new one that I watched, and I think it came out last year. It's called The Act, and it's on, I think it might be on Hulu, and it's on my Amazon because I have Stars. And it's about a young girl in the States, and her mom raised her, making her think that she had medical disabilities when she didn't. And so she was in a wheelchair, was fed through a feeding tube, all this stuff, was told that she was allergic to sugar, but she wasn't. And it's all based on that. And she actually ends up like murdering her mom because she won't let her do anything. And her mom lies to her about how old she is. So she's like a 22-year-old girl who's being told that she's 15. And like, it's crazy.
That's messed up.
I don't know if I could watch that.
No.
As a father, I don't think I could handle that.
I would.
But
No.
it seems like that, but it's so, I don't know, just the way that the show, because I'm very sensitive, so I wouldn't watch something that would like give me nightmares or anything. But
Right.
that one, it's so like messed up. You're like, how can this be real? But the acting in it is amazing. Like I watched the actual interrogation. Like this Gypsy Rose was on Dr. Phil and all of this stuff. Like this girl's still in jail. She comes out in like 4 years or something. But it's just super interesting. The interrogation video is exactly like they did it in the movie. And the actress, I don't know if you know Joey King, but she's a young actress. She's probably only a few years older than I am, but the way, I don't know, her performance in it was just amazing.
Her name rings a bell, but I can't put a face to it.
Yeah. What was she in? That
I don't know. She looks like
Joey King?
Hang on. I'm gonna go to
I'm hanging.
I'm
So
trying to think what she's in.
what would be your all-time favorite show?
Ooh. I have lots of favorite. I watched
All of Netflix.
so much during quarantine. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I did like Kingdom. I watched that during COVID, and I really did like that show. It was Nick Jonas is in it. It's about a fight club and just kind of them going through their competitions, and then they have their personal stuff, but it's really cool.
Isn't the guy from
Charlie
Sons of
Hunnam?
Anarchy? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's in
Hunnam
there,
is
isn't he?
there. So the main character, the
In
scruffy
Kingdom.
looking dude with the abs, that's
Is
Charlie
it?
Hunnam. Yeah,
Really, Hannah?
he's Sons of Anarchy, I think. Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, I
think
don't.
Pretty sure. King.
No, I don't think so. He's very, very good looking though. I like that one. I really liked Prison Break. I like that one. Desperate Housewives. Now we're getting into the stuff that I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but
Haven't watched
so
that.
good.
I know of it, but I haven't watched that one.
Desperate Housewives, I watched maybe an episode or two.
Suits. You and I, we were pretty big into Suits.
Suits, yeah.
That show is freaking deadly. Do you know that one?
I've
Yeah.
never seen it,
Yes.
but I know that Meghan Markle's in it, so maybe I will have to watch it.
It's I could rewatch that actually. That's how good that is.
That's good. Yeah, I Friends is always a good one. I love Friends.
I was never into
Dude,
Friends.
it's not Charlie Hunnam.
In Kingdom?
Yeah.
Who's it?
Frank Grillo? that the guy? Oh no, not him.
But it's a good movie. You guys should watch it. Or a good show.
I think it's on my list on Netflix. My list is so freaking big on Netflix.
Mine too. I find that I'm running out of shows though. Like they always show the same ones on the main page.
Right.
Never different shows. So I have Amazon too, and Disney has a new movie option. They have like
Star.
Pool on there. Yeah, the stars.
Yeah. I haven't checked it out yet, but it's it sounds interesting. I haven't checked it like that part yet, but it's more like the adult entertainment stuff, not like the adult but
not like my kind of adult.
No.
Not supermodels in bikinis. No.
Yeah, right, on runways. Yeah.
No, but it is to a point where you can put it behind a pin code so your kids can't watch it.
Yeah, but can't you do that with everything?
Not
You can do that with Netflix.
Yeah, but then the whole thing is locked, right?
Well, you can have separate accounts, so you can have like a specific account folder type of thing
never
for the
tried.
kids, and yeah, we've got like 5 of them.
Well, yeah, we have accounts, but can you lock one profile with a pin code?
I want to say yes.
I don't know if you can. I
Oh,
haven't.
really? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
But
Yeah,
the
so-
ones with Disney, to me, they're not that bad. I don't know. There's like Family Guy though. That's a little iffy. I don't know if I
think
would
so?
want kids thinking that that's a cartoon.
Deadpool is not exactly something. That
No, it isn't. Although they really did advertise that movie as a kids movie. Like,
Deadpool?
What?
They did. Like the first one, they had like kids coming from like kids with cancer and diseases and stuff. They came into the movie and they were making it this big deal how they were inviting a whole bunch of kids and it was their dream to be in Deadpool. And they like when the movie came out, I was old enough to watch it, like it's whatever, but at the same time I was going into it thinking that it was some chill like superhero movie, and they totally advertised it, at least the first one. Like they kind of went around that whole like kids are indestructible kind of idea because it's the guy who has cancer, right?
Yeah.
So they used all these kids for the advertising and they were all so sweet. And then you go on to the show and he's talking about what he talks about. And a lot of kids went to the movie too.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
He's
though.
Canadian, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's from Vancouver.
Yeah, I love him. Him and Blake Lively are so cute. They're a really cute couple.
They're both lucky.
Yes, they are. They
Yeah.
truly are. Ryan Reynolds is like, I think he's older than quite a bit older than she is. Like maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I
I
think
feel
he's
like he's older than I think he is.
my age.
I think he's a little older than you.
Nope.
Isn't there? I think one of his. I was thinking. I was
he is
drifting
close.
away, thinking that one of his movies. I feel like he filmed in Regina, but I could be wrong on that.
Ryan Reynolds is 44. So he's a little older than I am.
Yeah.
And Blake Lively is 33.
Oh, that's not that bad.
What's 11 years? Yeah, no, it's not bad, but it's
Not bad. Yeah.
No.
It's like the other day I was talking to my boyfriend. Oh, about Lucy Hale. She's dating the guy who plays Jughead's dad on Riverdale. And to me, like I know Lucy Hale, I think she's like 31, I'd like to say, something like that when I saw it. And I mean, I knew that she was around that age, but I didn't really process how big their age gap was. And he's 55. And my boyfriend is like, oh my gosh, that's not even that bad. And I'm like, but to me that is.
Well,
like
That's like a 15-year,
that's like 19.
19.
22,
Yeah.
55 and 30. No, if it's
She's
55
31.
31, that's, I'm pretty sure it's 55
24.
30.
24 years.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
Yeah, I think that's. I used to think, oh well, they're old enough; it shouldn't matter. But
Yeah.
like,
There is a golden rule. I don't know if you know it.
oh, I used to know it. It's
Half
like
your
18
age plus 7.
plus 7. It's like 18 plus.
No,
That's
half-
just that's
no,
the rule. No,
Half your age plus 7.
I don't know. And I used to think that too. And I mean, when I'm still young, so it's kind of a different perspective for me. Because to me, I think that age gaps, especially around my age, are just crazy because I'm so young. But to me, I find like even someone who's 31 that's not much life experience compared to what you could have when you're 55.
That's true.
That's right. But okay.
But
yeah, you're
How old is your
absolutely
boyfriend?
right. What?
How
how
old is
my
your
boyfriend?
Yeah.
He's 2 years older than I am. He's 21.
That's decent.
Yeah, not too
Well-
bad. But I think it also I could also say that it's different depending on what you've done growing up or like what your job is, because I'm sure Lucy Hale has been in like surrounded by adults her whole entire life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, yeah, it's all what did you go through in your life? For example, if like that 55-year-old, if he was married once before and maybe he lost his wife, right? Just as an example.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's all alone and he has the opportunity to date somebody who's 24 years younger than him. Go ahead.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
If
true.
they're both okay with it, then they're both adults. So who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if I have a daughter who's dating somebody who's 24 years older than her, I'm probably not going to be okay with that.
Yeah, if your daughter's dating someone the same age as you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be like,
So
I'm not going to be okay with that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say a family member, one of my family members, he married for the third time, and his now wife is a little younger than his daughter.
Oh wow.
See, and that's his third marriage.
Yeah.
So that almost falls like, yeah, I don't know. Why 3 marriages?
They're
Really?
happy together, so
Really?
good on them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it comes down to, right?
Yep.
They're happy. That's just like Catherine McPhee. She just had her first baby with David Foster, who's like what,
Old.
60?
He's old. And
Yeah.
she's what, 30, 37 or something? 36?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was. I haven't even heard much from her though. I mean, I'm not really
No.
into her kind of music anyway, but
No, but she played in did it Scorpion? Remember Scorpion?
No. Was that a TV show?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Pretty sure you watched it. Anyway, Catherine McPhee is in there.
Huh.
Where she's the waitress, and then there's that nerd team of I don't even remember. It was
Yeah.
a while ago.
yeah, I don't know. Good conversation though. Never figured that we'd get to that.
That's the nice thing about not having a format.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we talk
I'm
about.
trying to. I'm sure that one of Ryan Reynolds' movies was filmed in Regina, and it was the movie Just Friends. I just
Oh my
pulled it up.
god, you're so
Ah,
excited.
it was right.
That movie. That's
It
so
was-
awesome.
It was shot in Regina and Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
What's the
No
movie?
Just
way.
Friends.
Just Friends?
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds.
The
Was
one
that
where
better?
he
Was-
goes
was-
back to his hometown at Christmas and he sees his best friend from high school.
And he lost a lot of weight and stuff. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that better or worse than Green Lantern?
I can't.
Because it
You're
was
gonna-
in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it has to be better because Green Lantern was literally his worst movie.
I didn't watch Green Lantern, so
Don't bother.
okay.
He will attest to that. If he's watching and he's in the chat, he'll probably tell you don't watch it.
Okay. I
But not-
really like The Proposal with Sandra Bullock. That one's a good one.
Yeah,
And
we
Betty
watched.
White.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, it's so good. It's on Netflix. You should watch it.
It's pretty sappy, but it's
It's one of those.
well,
It's
not.
a girl movie. Well, the typical girl movie, you know, rom-com.
Yeah,
I like what's her name? Sandra
Bullock.
Bullock.
Yeah,
Bullock?
Bullock. She's in there.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, you should watch it. And Betty White is in it. Like that's
Betty
all the
White.
reason.
Oh.
And the lady who plays Buddy's mom on Elf.
Yeah, you lost.
Are you
me there.
serious?
Yeah.
You never
Like-
watched Elf?
Buddy, his stepmom, Buddy's stepmom. What's her name? I don't remember her name. She's married to Walter Hobbs. If
I
that
don't
makes-
even know. I'm gonna try and find it here. Buddy's mom on Elf.
She's in so many movies too. And I think she's in 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon too.
Couples Retreat. That's a good show.
Boom.
You ever see that one?
Boom.
Yeah, I have seen that one.
And
Susan
Wells.
Wells?
Susan Wells, yes.
Oh,
Or that's or is that his biological mom?
That rings a
Susan
bell.
Wells was Walter Hobbs' girlfriend in college and Buddy's biological mother.
Oh.
She's only seen in a picture when Buddy overhears that he is a human. Papa Elf explains that Buddy was born to Walter Hobbs and Susan Wells and give it. What the hell am I reading here?
But
What?
Walter married to someone else now, or he in the movie. I don't know if it's not real life, so it's
Anyway,
really doesn't matter. But yeah, she's in it. It's a great movie. I really enjoy it. Betty White sings like that "To the Windows, to the Walls" song, and I think that's got to be my favorite part.
she's
doing,
still
like,
alive, right?
Yeah.
He's like Keith Richards.
Not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think so. Every time you see either Keith Richards or Betty White trending on Twitter, it's like
Everyone's worried.
and then nope, it's his birthday. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I feel like
How old is Willie Nelson?
Oh yeah, him too. He's like old.
I don't think he's as old as we would think he is.
I think he might just look really old.
I think
Yeah.
so.
He is 87.
Meh, that's
getting
average.
there. Yeah.
Betty White is
90?
99.
99.
I'm
He
holy.
looks good for a 99-year-old.
Yeah.
And Keith Richards is 77.
Okay, that's not that bad.
That's not that bad, but if you know what his body has gone through,
I think he does like a blood transfusion every month. Every month, I feel like he does.
yeah, you
like a
told me
complete
that, and
transfusion.
I think we Googled that once, and
And
you
it was
were wrong.
bullshit?
I think you were wrong.
Google it. Maybe I dreamt that.
I think so.
Like, could you imagine like having a like severe disability or like something and being a celebrity? Like how like didn't Justin Bieber's have like Lyme's disease and stuff and no one knew about it?
I think you might be right there.
Yeah. Like could you imagine?
Well,
having-
that's like the guy, I don't remember his name, who played Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Chad-
Oh, what-
Chadwick.
Like he was sick for a while, but nobody knew it.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. Oh,
But really, yeah, to be a celebrity, like you don't want people to know that. Like that's something like that's nobody's business but yours.
exactly. But
Most-
everyone thinks that it's their business.
Oh, for sure. That's got to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the business that you're in. How do you deal with that kind of stuff?
How do I deal with it? Well, honest, I do find it really hard, especially with social media and stuff, right? Like, especially right now, I find I'm not the only one, but just being super anxious and sad because you can't see people, and you know a lot of people expect because you're an artist that you post every single day and you have things to do, but really I sit at home just like anyone else, and I'm doing schoolwork every day, and I don't look like this or do my hair or makeup every day. So it is quite difficult. I think that's what I kind of find the hardest with being a musician, is kind of showing up your best self when you don't necessarily feel like it.
Right.
I've always struggled with anxiety, and I'm also have fibromyalgia, which is a autoimmune disease. So it's difficult for me sometimes to get the motivation to come on and talk in an interview, or like anyone else. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I think that's my hardest struggle, and I just couldn't imagine what it would be like if I was at that level of professionalism. I couldn't imagine.
Right? I feel like people like that are not prone to, but like there's a good likelihood that they're surrounded by like yes men. Right?
Mhm.
And I think that can be so damaging
Yeah.
to celebrity. Like
Yeah,
it's scary.
I totally agree.
Just to get back to Keith Richards, true and false.
Oh, so it's true that he does a blood transfusion, but it's false.
No, so he says he's denying the story. He made it up because he was tired of answering questions about drugs. Insiders have said that he most likely instead simply underwent hemodialysis to filter toxins from his blood. and that was only once, so not monthly, not yearly, just once.
He just did it once, and then
Yeah.
and then I just made it up.
Yeah, because I
So-
remember you saying that. Oh, he has one every year, and now it's every month. So
I feel I probably read that in like National Enquirer or something growing up, and I just believed it.
Yeah.
It sunk.
So this
That's
guy
fine.
does. I don't know who this guy is, Keith. Like I've heard the name, so I'm guessing he does lots of drugs. And
he's a guitar player for Rolling
For
Stones.
the Rolling Stones.
okay,
And
So
he-
actually, do you know Pirates of the Caribbean? Like that movie?
yes,
So Johnny Depp, the character Jack Sparrow, is like a mirror mimic of Keith Richards.
yeah,
oh really?
Yeah, that's how he got the character. Was he hung out with Keith Richards for a while, and then
So
he made Jack Sparrow.
I love Johnny Depp's acting in that movie.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah,
It
he
is
does a
good.
good job.
I like Johnny Depp too. He seems like a good guy too.
Well,
Well, with this whole Amber Heard thing, I don't know. I don't like either of them at this point, but
I've seen some weird social media posts that he's done too. I think a celebrity can get to like all of the above, famous, wealthy, crazy. Like it's gotta be unbelievable. I could never imagine putting myself in their shoes, having that kind of money and fame and fortune, and then all the yes men around you where like your shit doesn't stink, you
Hey,
can't
man.
do any wrong.
yeah.
If we keep doing what we're doing, we're
Yeah, we got to get that Pepsi deal here.
yeah,
going.
that's right.
But you know what I mean? I feel bad for them because they just don't know any better.
Yeah. No, it's
Like,
it's
I'm so detached from their world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of millions of dollars and all that stuff. And like, it's just, I can't fathom it.
yeah.
Crazy.
I know. I do think that, but then at times you look at artists that have been through a lot and still don't do that, you know?
Like Taylor Swift.
Well, yeah, obviously. I love Taylor Swift. I don't know if you knew that and you just dropped that in so we could talk about Taylor Swift, or if
But
you just
I kind of feel like there was something there with Taylor Swift, but that's legit because I've heard, well, I don't know Taylor Swift. I don't know her at all, but you hear stories, right? As fans, we hear things, and she seems like somebody in like the celebrity world that has a pretty reasonable head on her shoulders, right?
Well, yeah, I think so. But I also think that like social media and everything does twist things. And I mean, yeah, Taylor Swift, she does. I think that she is an amazing businesswoman and she is super genuine to her fans. And I mean, just everything that she does, I just think is so smart. And I think that's why I love her so much. And she never really forgot where she came from. And I think that's always important. And,
Right.
you know, because she's so big, she knows that she's going to sell albums, but she's never cocky about it. Like she just kind of tries things her way. And if people don't like it, then they don't like it. And she never used to be that way. I think that she just kind of realized that she didn't want to live by the rules of the music industry. And
Okay. So go ahead.
I saw an interview with her, and I don't know if it was with Ellen or I don't know. No, it wasn't. Anyway, it was about her most recent album, and her team didn't want to reveal the final title of the album, so they had a working title. And on the artwork, she designed that herself. It was a picture of her walking in the forest or whatever, and she wrote the working title on that cover.
Okay.
Somehow that was sent to the record label to become the actual cover. So if you look on the cover of her new album, it has a name on there that's not the actual album cover, but that was the working title that they forgot to take off. So in that interview, I think it must have been Ellen or something. And she was mentioning like, what is that? I think there's a word in there. What is that? Was that because again, conspiracy theory among fans and whatever. Oh, it must be that, or it must be her next album that's coming out or whatever.
Right.
And Taylor Swift was like, nope, that was my mistake.
Yeah. Social media just gets their hands on it.
Yep.
And blows it up.
But then I like that she's genuine about that and say, no, that was That was my mistake. That was the
Yeah.
working title for the album. That's not anything special. That's
But yeah, like also somebody like that too. Like we don't know how they are behind closed doors neither.
Mhm.
Like people like us only see how the media portrays her. Like we don't know her personally. We've never met her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
actually
She could be a serial killer behind closed doors.
she
Or
had
no, sorry, not Taylor Swift. Garth Brooks, serial killer.
right.
Yeah, Garden Brooks. That's the last one.
But did she have laser eye surgery last
Oh
year or
yes,
something?
yes, that
And so
video.
she had her eye patches on or whatever, and her mom was guiding her through the house or something, and she was still on drugs, and she was just not making sense and just blabbing whatever. And she came on Jimmy Fallon.
With
And
eye patches on.
no, she was all healed up
Okay.
and whatever. So Jimmy was asking her like, "So how did it go with the laser eye, blah blah?" And they were talking about that, and Jimmy was like, "So I have some footage." She was like, of you with eye patches on, and you were not making much sense." She's like, "Shut up! Where did you get that?" I have your mom's phone number. And she started to panic. You could see that it
Right.
was genuine panic. Like, oh shit, what did they?
Yeah.
They showed the video. It was hilarious. Her walking around and babbling, and it was funny. It was like PG, but it's still,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
something that she would want on TV. Let
To
alone
me, I don't know. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I will like defend her to like.
Tooth and nail.
No, I see. Like, I grew up listening to her music, and as a musician, like, my grandparents actually introduced me to her music. Like, they went to a Tim McGraw Faith Hill concert and saw her opening up for them, and they loved her music. So they showed me her. They bought her CD at the concert, and I remember I don't know if we were at the fair or something. We were staying somewhere in our camper, the lake or something, and they put the CD in my CD player, and I was playing it, and I forgot to give it back to them. I remember. And so she's always been someone who I've always looked up to, and I totally see where her flaws are. I mean, she's not perfect, but for someone who lives her life like a pretty normal woman, she gets harassed a lot. And I like about the whole dating thing, like there are so many girls and guys that I know that have dated way many people, so it's just like the media I think just kind of ripped
dated a lot of people. Like I'm a little out of the loop here.
yeah. She just opens up her like, oh, I'll date this one now.
Yeah, that's what people say, but I mean, she's just a girl, and just because they were seen out together doesn't mean they were dating, you know?
That's right. There's that social media thing again,
Yeah.
portraying what like just lies. That's all it is.
TMZ. Oh, Taylor Swift spotted
getting
with
it.
so and so.
I'm definitely getting it in my son's head that anything he sees on TV is fake. Anything. But like I don't pay for TV. Like we've got internet, so like we stream a lot of stuff, a lot of things, but a lot of it is fake. The stuff that he's watching, especially.
Yep.
But even like news, like fake news, right? There's a lot of fake news out there. So I'm trying to get him to understand not to believe everything.
Yeah.
Even like when there was a little clip. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You keep going.
There was a little clip. We cut him into the ending of an episode real quick because he did something. One of the first episodes. I don't remember what the hell he did. Like and subscribe, I think he said.
Yeah.
And so then I was showing him that, like, see, like you're on TV, and like we didn't rehearse it, but from there I edited a little video where I made him disappear. So did it for his classroom where he's standing there, and I was editing like promo clips and stuff, and he was asking me what I was doing. So I just basically had him standing in the kitchen, and I snapped my finger and cut it so that he would disappear when I snapped my finger to show him like, this is how you would do that. And then I think from there, he started realizing that when he sees like those kinds of things on his YouTube shows, that it's not real and they're full of crap.
Yeah.
So I want him to understand that at an early age.
It's amazing how much social media has shaped our reality and like what people think is okay. And like, I don't know, I saw I don't know if you guys know who Jodie Carrington is. She is I think she's a clinical psychologist, and she does podcasts and stuff just like kind of, you know, empowerment type of things. And she always talks about her kids, and her one daughter, I think she's like only 7 or 8, and she went up to her mom and asked her if she could get a belly shirt for her birthday. Like,
Uh,
just stuff like that. And it's all over social media, like 15-year-old girls, like with, not that it's a bad thing to wear makeup. I wore makeup when I was 15, but it's just the seductive dancing and stuff that all these little kids are seeing, and there's no way to really protect them from that, right? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
tricky. I couldn't imagine.
No, that make I definitely get that and understand it, but here's the thing, is they don't understand that because that's the world that they live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then us, let's say, protecting them from that belly shirt at 7 years old, are we protecting them or us? Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? As I said that, I know the answer to that. We're definitely protecting them for sure, because there's creeps and pedophiles out there. I get that.
mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is that if she doesn't know any different, would it only be harmful to her if we present that like introduce why that's harmful to her, and then it's introduced into her life as harm? Does that make sense, or not at all?
No,
Do
because
you know what I'm trying to get at?
because we don't need to introduce that to her, because if she wears that belly shirt, she'll be introduced somehow.
She'll be introducing that harm to herself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think just
Awkward silence.
Well, no, I'm thinking about it, right? Like, because then I'm still thinking, like, are we taking that innocence away
yeah.
by not allowing that? It's like, well, why can't I wear a belly shirt? Well, because people are crazy.
Yep.
You know, but that
But
sucks.
then again,
my
are
daughter's
you taking her innocence away by letting her wear that shirt, or like letting her do those things, you know?
well,
Or like
my daughter's 10, and when I see she's wearing a shirt that's too short, she's taking it off and wearing something else.
Mhm.
Right. Like, I'll let my son pick out his clothes for school if they don't match or whatever, but it's not like I'm going to let him go to school in his underwear.
No.
Right. Like, he's obviously got to have a shirt and pants on and stuff like that. So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, change the topic because I'm confusing myself now.
Yeah. The more you talk, the more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Taylor Swift is obviously an influence on your music.
Yeah, she is for sure. As I said, yeah, I've listened to her for a long time, and she always changes things up, and I think that's really cool, because you know, you always see a lot of artists kind of doing the same thing, and I think she's even explained, like, in order for her to stay relevant, she has to change her music. And
so do you think that the music she was making a couple of years ago, you know, with all her, what did she call her crew? She had a name for all the girls that were in her music videos and stuff, like Selena Gomez and some supermodels and whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, but the music that she was making at that point, do you think that she was making that because she had to, or was that music that she wrote and she wanted to put out?
I think, well, from watching like documentaries and stuff, I think that she was kind of just confused as to who she was, and she was kind of forced to be a good girl being a country music artist. She just kind of, you know, wanted to impress everyone, and she lived off the applauses that people gave her, and everyone says, like, you got to keep reinventing yourself and keep progressing as an artist. So I think that it was more like she felt like she had to, in order to grow as an artist and get respect from people, because I think that a lot of people just saw her as a young girl that wrote songs about breakups and dated a whole bunch of guys. And I feel like with releasing these more popular albums, she was able to kind of change that.
Right. Because her new album, Folklore, is nothing like it.
No.
Nothing like what she did 2 years ago.
No, absolutely not. But I think that also comes with what she's going with in her life too. She's been dating this guy for a few years, and I'm sure that she's getting tired of living up to the expectations of teenage girls, you know, like she just wants to kind of live by her own rules. And I don't know if I think that a lot of her decisions do come from the media, but I think less so now.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so. She's also in a documentary that's supposed to come out or is out.
Like a documentary about her? Maybe?
With her, I think.
There's a few, like she's actually came out with a lot of documentaries. There's one, Miss Americana. That's the one where she kind of talks about her
That's
like reinvention.
That's the one.
About
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talks about what?
Her reinvention.
Yeah.
I really don't know much about Taylor Swift at all.
I like, I'm not a country fan or anything, but it's I don't know, the way I've been following her since she was, you know, the 15-year-old kid with the guitar.
No, I was in my own little world there. I've been following her since she was a 15-year-old
No,
kid.
I was not following her.
So
because she was wearing a belly shirt.
Yeah, a belly shirt.
No, I followed her career. And I think it's fascinating how she evolved and what she's doing now, opposed to 2 years ago, opposed to 10 years ago. It's
totally
kind of fascinating.
It's crazy. And I can't even believe that she's been around for as long as she has. Like,
yeah, because how old is she now?
32 or something like that, turning 30. Yeah. Her first album came out when she was like 15 or 16.
Yeah, she's 31.
You think she'll be around for a while?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think that like everyone would like her to be, but I feel like once she's done performing, she'll still like songwrite for other artists.
Right.
But I mean,
she wrote songs for, and that was pretty recent.
Didn't she like not have the rights to her own music? Did she ever get that back?
Oh man.
She didn't get the rights back, but she's re-recording her albums that are under that ownership with a new record label. So she just released the new version of Love Story, and the whole her whole second album is she's re-recording it and releasing it in April.
See, stuff like that, I find that fascinating, that she will go through all of that so she will have her own music back. If that means re-recording it, I'll do that.
Okay, so how can she re-record it or have the rights to re-record?
Oh, I don't know the details, but
like that's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So because she's re-recording it, I think she still has the rights to her.
Well, it would be just like, wouldn't it be the same as doing a cover of somebody else? She's basically doing a cover of her own song, but re-recording it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think it's just kind of to take a stand in a way. She was with this record company, like she was the foundation of this company that screwed her over, basically.
Yeah, big machine, right?
Yeah.
She was the
was the big machine.
They had more artists, but Taylor Swift was the one that was making the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was the one that started it up. Like Scott Borchetta, the owner of the label, noticed her when she was like 12, and when she was 14 they started up the record company or something like that. Like he started it with her, the intention that she was going to be his big artist,
and then he just screwed her completely.
Yeah. And Scooter Braun is managing Justin Bieber, and Selena Gomez is best friends with Taylor Swift, and so you know how that goes. It's just big. Scooter Braun's the guy that bought the record label out, so he now owns all of the rights to those albums, and he manages Justin and Ariana. And I feel like there's a little bit of controversy there. I don't know if it's because of Selena, but it's just,
So it's kind of nice that you're in Lloyd. Don't have to worry about all of that.
Yeah. It is nice. Although I would love to be in Nashville living it up.
You'll be opening for Taylor Swift, and then we can vouch that you've always had her back.
Yeah. Well, I will 100% stick up for her.
Yeah.
Kanye West, on the other hand, I will not.
What's that? Who?
I said Kanye West, on the other hand, I will not.
Right.
That's another.
Isn't he going through a divorce right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't care.
No. You think he'll run for president?
I don't think so. Maybe he will, but he won't get any votes.
No, I don't think he will either.
I think a lot of, I don't know. I just feel like he's very narcissistic, and I don't know. I like some of his songs. Like, I think he's got some good songs, but I just don't like people with attitudes. That's just what it comes down to.
Right. It's separating the guy from the art, right? Or the
Yeah.
For sure. We were talking about that
with Fallon.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, because there was that cancel culture on Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Is how we got into it, right? So like, can you separate
Morgan Wallen, and I was like, oh God, we're getting into that.
I don't know onto who? Morgan
Wallen.
Who? I don't know who that is.
You don't know? Okay, continue. We're just not even gonna bring it.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, so that was all I was saying, is that we were talking about that a few weeks ago, about being able to separate, or should we be allowed to separate the art from the artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was all, basically.
It's a tough conversation, because
Morgan Wallen. Okay.
Yes, Morgan Wallen. Yeah.
You said Wallace.
No, yeah, that's Are we going to talk about that, or are we just going to?
No, we can slide.
I think just slide through that.
Sounds good.
I must say that you can only be excused from something so many times, and that's just what I'll say, is he's been excused a lot. And but to me, there are lots of artists that people love, like people still listen to Michael Jackson despite all of the allegations, which kind of upsets me, because everyone's listening to him, whereas I'm like a Headley lover since the beginning. And I don't know if you know what happened with Jacob.
Yeah, there was some accusations there, for sure.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if he went to jail or what he's doing, but I love their music. And it's like, I can listen to Michael Jackson because he's an icon and like is a legend, but I can't listen to I feel like there's that double standard. Like, I feel like I'd get in more gap.
For sure.
For Headley then.
Right. My personal opinion on that is, like, if you want to listen to Headley, go hard. Listen to it. You know what I mean? If I would even go as far as to say, like, if you look at comedians, for example, like, they put out albums too, right? You can get that on vinyl too, right? But Bill Cosby, I remember when I was a kid listening to Bill Cosby records and laughing my little ass off about the chocolate cake and all that stuff. Frick, I thought it was hilarious. I would still, like, he was pretty damn good. And I would still listen to that. I would still watch the Cosby Show, is what I'm saying. You know, Fat Albert, like, but I understand that he's a creep. And
but again,
like,
that's separating the art from the person.
Yeah, like, so and that's why I have no problem with that at all. You can, like, listen to, watch whatever you want, no judgment on my part at all. But then, like, I it's like almost like the do unto others, right? So if I'm listening to Bill Cosby, I wouldn't expect anyone to judge me on it. Like, what do you care what I'm listening to? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's my personal opinion on it. That it doesn't faze me.
Although now it's like, I don't know, I find it so hard to like do those things. Like, I find that I just get, if I listen to, say, a Michael Jackson song or whatever, like, I find that there's so much backlash with that. Like, why does there have to be a thought behind everything? Like, can't I just listen to a song?
Right, exactly.
What was going on? We had a Thriller album. This was a while ago, but we had the record here. I took a picture and posted it on the Facebook. Because it was out of stock for a while, and it finally came back in. So I took a picture. Hey, they're back. You know, I was not excited about it, but
had some backlash on it.
But,
no.
How dare I put that on Facebook? I'm like, excuse me, we're talking Michael Jackson here. Like,
the Jackson 5?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that he.
Okay, so why is that different? If you can't listen to Michael Jackson or Thriller or whatever, why can you listen to Jackson 5?
I'm
It's
okay.
the same guy. Michael
So-
Jackson is Michael Jackson.
So I just told him, like, if you don't like the picture, just keep scrolling. Unfollow my page, man.
Yeah.
I'm here to
That
sell
is
music,
funny.
and this is music. So
Yeah.
Like, and they are definitely entitled to their own opinion,
sure.
but I don't feel like they should be judging on anybody. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I was just watching Michael Jackson videos the other day. I was watching it with my little man because I was trying to explain to him how things on TV are not real. And I didn't put on Thriller because I think he's too young for that. That traumatized me when I was his age and that video came out. That scared the shit out of me.
You put Smooth Criminal on.
No, I put on what was it? Ghosts? Did you watch that one?
Ghosts.
Where he's in like a white suit. He's like a fat white man with a group of kids and they go into like this haunted house. It's about a half hour long. I think it was called Ghosts.
I don't know.
Anyways, we were watching that a little bit. And the ghosts are like climbing on the walls and they're dancing and there's like a lot of skeletons and stuff. Anyways, he like rips his face off and then his head comes back and it's cool, man. I don't know.
I have a good story about Michael Jackson. Actually, this reminded me. So, I in my psychology class, I love my professor. He's just so great at teaching, and just the way that he explains things is just awesome. Like, he's just so well at teaching, and I'm good friends with his daughter. Actually, we went to school together, but the one class he was talking about gender roles and you know how it's changed throughout and like what cultures still practice it, all this stuff. And he was talking about how his daughter, they were doing lip sync battles, and I don't know if it was the year that Michael Jackson had passed away or what, but they were doing some kind of tribute to him. And this girl, I don't know what ethnicity she is, but she has darker skin, and I mean in the middle of Saskatchewan, like it's kind of, you know, hard to find. And she wanted to be Michael Jackson, and she was getting so mad because all of these like preppy hockey boys wanted to be Michael Jackson, but they couldn't dance. And so she came on stage with this wig. He showed us this video of her, and there's all these guys just not knowing what they're doing, and she is just killing it doing all of the dance moves. And that's exactly what it reminded me of. And I remember my professor, he was just smiling ear to ear. He was so proud of her, like had tears in his eyes. Yeah, such a good time, such a good video.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Great.
Oh,
that's my story for you. I'm a great storyteller.
No, but that's definitely it. Like, cause that was, what year did he die in? It was more than 10 years ago, right?
No.
2009.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So just to show like what has changed in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Like back then,
2009, June 25th.
like she had like the struggle that she had. What I'm getting at is like the feelings and thoughts that she would have had, you know, like, oh, these preppy boys, like, why can't I get out there and do that? I should be able to do it. Where she did it anyway. She overcame it and did it great. All I'm saying is that somebody today probably wouldn't have those thoughts and feelings that she had 10 years ago, because it's more socially acceptable now for like, isn't it? Or am I stuck? Am I backwards?
I'd say
If you wanted to
maybe.
do that today, like, go ahead. If a girl wants to dress like a guy and go dance like Michael Jackson, well, maybe Michael Jackson's not the best example, but what if she wants to dress like Michael Jackson and go dance like it, go ahead. There's no judgment there. But 10 years ago, it's like, holy crap, that's a girl doing something a guy's doing. Do you know what I mean?
I guess there's still that kind of stigma, but it's not as, I think we're getting better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Interesting. I want to bring it into your music though. I don't think we touched on any of it yet.
No. Well, I was kind of hoping with Taylor Swift to get into that.
Segue into it.
String.
Yeah, we end up on Michael Jackson.
Totally.
Yeah, so I was listening to your music today, and the way I listen to music is YouTube. So I didn't like check out Spotify, but there is like definitely 5 songs for sure. Was there 5 or 6 on like your videos?
I have, for my songs, I have maybe 5 or 6. I have lots of covers.
There was covers, right? So I just kind of hit play all and let it play through. And I would have to say my favorites were Good on Me and what the heck is the other one? It was a cover. The other one was a cover, so I'm not even going to mention it.
Well, Good on Me is your single, right?
I want to know. Yes, it is my first single.
Oh, good answer, Joel.
You want to know what the cover was? Is that what you said?
Yes, I do.
It was the one I posted the picture of. Was it Tell Your Girlfriend?
Oh, Call Your Girlfriend.
Call Your Girlfriend. Yeah. Those were probably my top 2 out of it.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel good. I haven't recorded cover videos in a long time. I should get back into that. I've been thinking about it.
Which was the one where you were playing the piano?
Like a cover song?
Maybe.
I play piano?
Yeah. Well, I do play piano, but I just don't know. Like, there's a few songs I play piano. I did a Sarah McLachlan song on the piano, or I did one of my songs.
I feel like you were wearing a red shirt.
Or do you mean the one where she sings? That one?
Sure. All This Time.
Oh, you like that one?
I did. That was a good one too. I really there was I almost want to find it. There's something that, like, I noticed it in a couple of your songs, something you do with your voice. I don't know. It sounds really good. It's almost like not where your voice cracks, but it's just how you change the note, the way the note changes. I don't know. I really like that.
Like
I'm going to try and find it.
Hey?
Almost like a yodel, but is that what it is?
Like a falsetto kind of thing, like going from my chest voice into my head voice, kind of.
Maybe try it. Do it. Let's see.
Like that one, like on the spot.
Yeah.
So for that song, it would be like in the bridge, "When our kids in love."
Yeah,
like
something like that. Yeah. I like that when you do that.
Thank you.
And you did that a few times in this song.
My dad would be like freaking out right now and be like, "I told you so," because he really wants me to record this song. And
maybe you should play it for us on that guitar there.
I don't even know if I remember how to play it. I wrote that song after my first official breakup. And let me tell you, that 2-month relationship really sounds so devastating. And that song.
How old were you?
Like 15. Yeah. And I remember I posted this song on YouTube, and I was in high school, obviously, at the time. And so everyone at my school that was following my social media would see that I post these videos. So some of them would watch it. And the guy that I wrote it about, like, I'm friends with him. Like, we're cool. I have nothing against him, obviously, like a grade 10 relationship, whatever.
Right.
But I remember I was at a party in like grade 11 or something, and I was sitting by him, and he's like, "Did you write that song about me?" No. And I would have told him that it was about him, but it was so like over exaggerated and it made me sound so heartbroken. I just didn't want to satisfaction. So I said, "No, it's not."
Hey, wait, I want to see if I feel like it's coming up.
Close to the microphone.
I know I'm not the one you want me to be.
Like that kind of stuff, you know, like those. This isn't, I really enjoyed this song. This was a good one.
Dude, that makes me, you have no idea, those specific compliments, the fact that you just gave me like really specific compliments, that, I don't know, that just goes to show that you really took the time to listen, and that makes me feel like really thankful. Like, just thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for like allowing me the pleasure to listen to this today. Like, I seriously hit play and I sat there. Like, I've said it before, this is my research. I do no research, right?
Yeah.
It's like whoever we have on the guest, I'll like hit a playlist and I'll listen to the music for the day so that I can kind of have something to talk about, I guess. So I know what I'm getting into. Do you know what I mean? And I enjoyed it. I was like, you know, having the Good On You, I thought it was catchy. Used it in an Instagram post. I was like, oh, this will be a good spot. And then I tried to like be funny about it, where I was like, oh, call your girlfriend and tell them we have Jordyn coming on tonight. Like I was trying to be stupid about it.
Yeah.
But then and then this song came on, and I swear to God, I like stopped, and I was like, I was in it. It was as soon as your voice did that thing, I was like, oh, like caught my attention right away. That's what drew me in.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. A lot of people ask me like where I learned how to sing, and I honestly couldn't tell you. So that's just maybe it's just something that I created it. No, I don't think I did, but it's my signature right there.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, I also if I was to add to that, I've heard that before, right? I don't even know what that's called. Is there a name for that when you do that with your voice?
Well, like when you go like up, like a lot of opera singers, like, oh, you know, it's like
Almost, yeah, like Mark said, almost like a yodel.
Yeah, it's called a falsetto. That's what I would call what I do. I don't know if it's necessarily the same thing if it's in classical music or what, but when you switch, because sometimes I can sing notes both, like I can sing in my chest voice, or I can go and do like a falsetto. It sounds different. Those are both different notes. I don't know why I did different notes to explain it, but it's like different. I don't know. And you can place your voice in different spots.
Right.
It's
right.
weird.
So, but when you do that in this song, like I know a lot of people who do that, sometimes they overdo it, right? And I just feel like you didn't overdo it, right? You just had the right amount of those transitions in that song, like vocally, where I just thought it fit really good. And that's what drew me in, right? That's all.
It was because I was going through a really tough time.
The subtle transitions, right?
Yeah, the subtle transitions. Yeah, just all came from the heartbreak of my high school.
Did you say that was the first song that you wrote?
It wasn't the first song. It was the song from my first breakup. So it was like when my song started to get, we are getting serious here. We're not talking about girls picking on each other. We're talking about some serious heartache.
Right. Yeah. So when, like, because, well, on the video, I just know it from you playing it on the piano. Would you be able to play it on the guitar?
I honestly probably not. I honestly don't remember it. Yeah. That was so long ago. I could maybe play it on piano, maybe, but there's a few chords that I don't know if I remember. Because for me, I don't know how to read sheet music and stuff. So that song, I just kind of sat down at the piano and started playing random things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I didn't even like write down what I did. I just kind of memorized it. And so
that is deadly.
I like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel I've always wanted to be like, a lot of people ask me, why don't you be a music teacher, or why don't you vocal lessons and stuff? I honestly don't think I could, because I can't read music at all.
Right. So how did you know, like, how did you get into music? That's not what I want to ask. I want to ask, like, maybe I do want to ask, how did you get into music? Where did it start? You said something about your dad, right? Did he kind of steer you into the music world, the life?
I think honestly, well, for me, my family, we're not musical at all. Like my mom, well, I'm musical, but my family in general is not musical. My mom, she did get to grade 8 in piano, but it wasn't something that she really wanted to pursue. My sister can sing, but she doesn't like singing. But I always grew up, like I was singing and dancing before I could really even talk, and which sounds crazy, but it's like I would just have rhythm, and even though my dance moves weren't good, like I was still going along to the music. And I, like my babysitter, she would write down things that we would do as kids every time we were over, and she gave us this book once she retired. And in the book she wrote about how I'd stand in front of the mirror when I was 2 years old and I sang "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" by Shania Twain, and I made up a song by myself called "I Am So Sexy." So I guess
So not the Right Said Fred version,
Me?
not the right
I'm
said
too
Fred.
sexy.
I'm too sexy.
I think I just made it up. I don't know if it's I don't know if
Do
it's
you
a
remember? Do you remember that?
Oh, I don't remember. No. Or yeah, I just have like in so many home movies and things. I loved Hilary Duff. And so when she was on like the Lizzie McGuire movie and stuff singing like that, I'd always stand at the TV and memorize the songs.
Right.
Or like if I saw an award show performance, I can remember like when I was obviously when Taylor Swift was starting out, I was probably 7 or 8. And I remember one time she performed You Belong With Me on a country music award show. And I don't know if you've ever seen the music video, but she's like a nerd and her next door neighbor is dating the pretty hot girl and he's a football player. And he's asking her if she wants to go to the dance, and then she's like, no, I'm not going to the dance, I'm studying. But then at the end she rips off her robe and her geeky glasses, and she's a princess and she's got this beautiful dress on. And so I would pretend that my bed was the stage, and I would wear my robe with a dress underneath and glasses, my 3D glasses with the lenses popped out. And I would literally like practice her performance, and I do the same thing with like Hannah Montana. And yeah, I don't know, it was just so much fun to me, and I do it all the time, and I guess that's just kind of where I started. And then
You had it in your blood, hey?
yeah. And I don't think it will ever truly leave me. I think it's just kind of ingrained in me. And I even if I'm not in the mood to do music, I'm still always in that mindset. Like I'll be listening to the radio, and I like, for instance, I was listening to Jason Aldean on the radio, and I don't know why, but I noticed when there's like similarities between artists' songs, like Jason Aldean, I don't know, there's 2 songs that sound so similar, and it bothers me so much every time I hear one or the other, and no one else notices it. And I just can't believe it, because it's so like, no, this is like a 2007 Jason Aldean song, not 2015. It's the exact same.
Right.
Or
Right.
like just little things like that. And it's like not even that I mean to pick up on them. It's just like in my subconscious, I just.
For sure. I think I feel like I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like there's a few things and I'm like, oh, that sounds like this thing from like the 80s, and you're like, what the hell are you talking about?
I have that with a specific Heart song. When it comes on the radio, I turn it up and I start singing, and it's not the song. It's like, what the
Yeah.
Right.
because the intro sounds exactly the same as the other song, but it's a different song.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it
And that
when
bothers me.
yeah, like I like it when new music today will take a little rip of something from like maybe the 70s, 80s, even 60s, like just a little, maybe 2 or 3 chords or just a snip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll put it in, and how people today have no clue.
Yeah.
And when I pick up on it and I'm like, I know what that's from. That's from like whatever.
Yeah.
You know
some
what I
90s song.
love that.
Yeah.
Like being the one to, it's almost like when back in the day, it was all about listening to underground music, right? Like if you were listening to stuff on the radio, you weren't cool, right? It was finding the underground shit. It's kind of like that. It's like, I'm the one who found this, and you know, I listened to it first and all that kind of shit. I don't know. It's fun.
You were the hipster before it was hip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one like that. I don't know. It was a Dua Lipa song, and it was a really popular 80s tune. That was like the underlying beat of it. And I didn't even know. I'm trying to think of which one it was. I don't know. I should see if I can find it, but it was really good.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
That's even that freaking Oh No song on TikTok. Like
Oh.
that's the original song of that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh no, no, no. We were talking about that the other day too, where the original group that sings it, they sang like the leader of the pack.
Oh,
remember that song?
no way.
Yeah,
I was in a musical about the songwriter who wrote Leader in the Pack.
Yeah. So the group, I forget what the heck the name of that band is. And I forget what the name of the real name of that song is. It's not called Oh No. Isn't it like Remember or something? And Aerosmith did a remake of it.
Shangri-Las?
Yes, that's who it was. Thank you. Yeah, and it just bugs me how like people today are like, oh, it's the Oh No song, and like, no, it isn't. Like that song was like big in the freaking
Let's
50s or
Get Physical.
60s or whatever, right?
Yeah, Let's Get Physical. Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and it was identical.
Is that like I want to get physical? Wasn't that on like Flashdance or something?
Let's Get Physical.
I'm gonna see if I want to know what Dua Lipa song it is too.
Let's Get Physical.
Is it physical? Oh, physical. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. See if I still have it liked on here. Man, TikTok is just a rabbit hole. Do you guys have TikTok?
I
No.
definitely do not. Yeah. My interpretation of TikTok isn't family
Good.
friendly. Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah.
So I just stay away from it. But I love Instagram. I freaking love Instagram.
Okay,
So
let's not stray off into social media stuff again.
right. Okay.
Still talking about my music? Is that a thing now?
Yes, because you won an award last year.
I did.
Oh?
The Saskatchewan Music Awards Emerging Artist of the Year. I did that
For 2020?
2020, yeah.
2020.
So, unfortunately, you were not at an award show or anything.
Like the SCMAs?
Yep.
Like the ones that were virtual this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the ones you're thinking of are the Saskatchewan Music Awards. This is the Saskatchewan
Country music.
Awards.
Oh, SCMAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch those. I watched the SMAs.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the
Anyway, but she
SCMAs.
won.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Thank you. It wasn't the SMAs though. Darn. No.
SCMAs. Well, no, I just
Whatever.
It's so good. I was in a category with Tennille Art, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it, but it's fine. I like being nominated.
So you had
you won over to Neil Arts.
You didn't know you were gonna win.
No, I didn't. I was talking about the Saskatchewan Music Award.
Oh, okay.
I was in the category with Tennille, and she's just kicking butt. She's killing it, and
Tennille's
I
all
obviously would not expect to win over her in that category.
Was Tennille on a big Amazon billboard somewhere?
Yeah, maybe.
Where was that? Was that in Nashville?
I think it might have been Nashville. She's doing crazy well in the States. She actually got nominated for an ACM award, so Academy of Country Music Award. So it's not just Canada or the States, it's all country music. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
Cool. Yeah.
And she's from, where's she from? Weyburn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get her on too. Do you know her? Do you have her number?
I know, like I've met her before. I could probably get a hold of her, but if you'd like, but I don't know if I know her that well. She might, I don't know. It's weird because to me, like, because I met her 3 years ago and I was just starting out my music career. And I mean, I love The Bachelor and she sang on The Bachelor. So I was so excited about that. And I totally get it if she thinks that I'm like a crazy fan, but I think that like some artists, like when you are just starting out in your music career, you know, you kind of like tell them that you're inspired by their music. And I think that they get that idea that like you're their fan and you're like creeping on them more so that you're like a colleague or like
right.
musician, you know, and which I totally makes sense because that's how like I met her. Like I was obviously a fan. I love her music and I had to know if like Ari was the cutest bachelor or the nicest one or if Colton was. So, you know, but I don't think like I think she still sees me as like a fan type thing because we haven't, you know, gotten to know each other. But once we have a couple drinks and she gets to see my true personality, maybe
there you go.
So Tennille, if you're watching, she wants to drink with you.
Yeah, I do. I would very much. I don't drink that much, like maybe one or two and I'll be good. But
You don't have
But
to
yeah,
get
if you want to be friends, that'd be
We'll
great.
I'll tell you what. Well, I'll try and line it up so we can get you guys at Funky Moose Studios here, and we can all have cocktails together.
That'd be awesome. See,
Well,
I come not too far from you, like all the time. Like I'm in Warman all the time, so I'm gonna come visit you.
Well, hell yeah. Maybe we can get you back on the show in like live in studio
That'd be lots of fun. I'd love that.
when we can. Yeah.
when we can. So
Yep.
can we not start having guests on like live
No.
right now?
No,
Why not?
because we would be more in the household than allowed.
So why don't we just do it somewhere else?
Like in
Why
a
don't we
restaurant?
move the studio?
In a restaurant?
Sure.
In the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mall. Everybody
Like
can join.
technically, could we not do that?
Let's do some investigating.
That
Oh,
would-
what about?
you
Oh, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
We should do some kind of tour. I don't know what. Have you guys seen like the Saskatchewander?
Yes.
Seen that?
I-
We should
I
do
met-
something
I
like
met
that. Go to some historical place or some like monumental place in
Like
Saskatchewan.
Batosh?
Yeah, something like that, and
We're
just
about 10 minutes from Batosh right here.
let's do it. Or just go on or just do like a crazy challenge or something, like do a scavenger hunt and do a full podcast. You guys can get some sick views.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, you guys just looked at each other. That was like a
Like, oh, we might be onto something. That's actually better than my idea.
What
I
was
was
your-
thinking,
It's
Yeah.
always better than your idea.
my ideas are so crazy. They just
I wanna
my
know what-
ideas mean well. They just need a lot of tweaking.
A lot of
Tweaking. Well, my idea was if we did a live episode at like somewhere else's pub or something,
Ooh.
right?
Mhm.
Anyways,
Yeah, we'll have to figure
It's
out.
Yeah.
This pub. I feel like I've been there before.
they're
Broadway.
freaking awesome. I'm gonna give a plug out for somewhere else's pub.
Yeah.
Because we were there. How many weeks ago was that?
3.
2 or 3 weeks ago. Bob Marley's birthday.
Yeah.
The Mo Marley was playing, so they were playing some reggae music and stuff. We went out there for supper. The food was magnificent. I had never heard of that place before. Had you?
No.
Did you know it was?
No.
I didn't even know that place existed until the Steadies told us about it. So we went and checked it out. Food was fantastic. I've definitely been in touch with some of the people on the staff there since then, and I don't think it would really be out of our reach if we did maybe a live episode there. Just throwing that out there, Darwin.
Cool.
And
Is that his name, Darwin?
the owner, yeah.
That's my dad's name. Like,
That's
do you
such a
know my
cool
dad?
name. There
That's
we go.
not a very common name. It's so weird though. Okay, so my boyfriend, so my dad's name is Darwin. His dad's name is Darwin. And his best friend's name is Darwin. And his other best friend's name is Darwin.
What?
And then my dad's dad, so my grandpa's name is Walter. And then my boyfriend's dad, like his Darwin's dad's name is Walter. So it's like,
Yeah. What the hell is going on there?
and like how many people are named Darwin in this world?
That's the only one that I know.
I know one.
You know?
He's in PA.
Darwin.
Yep.
I don't even know him. I've just talked to him on the phone. That's it. I don't even know the guy. I talked to him once on the phone. That's about it.
Oh well.
Feel like there was a like cartoon show that I watched that there was a Darwin.
A Darwin. Well, I keep thinking like Darkwing Duck is what it makes me think of. But I think it's because of
That's
the
before her time.
Darwin. Yeah.
She won't know that.
You don't know what Darkwing Duck
Oh,
is?
that no.
Oh my god, you gotta get dangerous.
Yeah. DuckTales.
What is dangerous? I don't know if I want to do
It was
this.
in the theme song. It was like well, I think I could play it.
Ugh.
I'll find it for you here. It was a cartoon. It was kind of like the DuckTales people, but he was a superhero.
Okay, while he does that, tell me more about those awards. Like, did they have a virtual show
Wait.
of some sort or whatever?
Yeah, that those shows were a virtual show, and they're doing the same thing this year. But I think the formatting there is a little bit different this year. They kind of worked out some kinks, but it was super awesome. This was before the huge restrictions came in. So I was still able to have my grandparents over to watch the show. So it was really nice. I don't think that they probably wouldn't have made the trip otherwise. So it was really good for them to be in the same room with me at the first time I won my first award. But then at the same time, there's that kind of sadness that you want to be around the people that you know, like your music people, you want to be around them. And I think I've been missing that a lot lately. And that's the one thing that was missing from that day. But hopefully with next year, not this year, but next year, we can go.
Yeah.
I think,
but now you can't win the Emerging Artists Award anymore.
No, I don't think so.
So
I'm not nominated.
what are you going to win now?
Well, I'm hoping I'm nominated for a few awards this year. Album of the Year, Fans Choice, and Female Artist. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't tend to keep my hopes too high. I've just never been like that. And I think that even just the fact of getting nominated is just an honor in itself.
Right.
And yeah, it's just a great to have your name up there among people like Jess Moskaluke and Neil Arts. It's just, to me, it's just unfathomable because I've grown up listening to their music. And so getting to this point is kind of all the like consolidation that I need that to show me that I am a musician and that's where I'm supposed to be. So
For sure.
think that's the main thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we saw Jess Moskaluke live.
Where?
She was opening up for Paul Brandt.
Oh, I thought you meant we did.
No.
I was like, I never did.
No, it's country, so I never saw a country show with you.
No. I'm trying
my wife is a country fan, so I've seen Paul Brandt 2 times live now. Not that I'm a fan, but he
really
is.
Good.
Yeah. He's I have my picture taken with him too.
Did you go see Garth Brooks?
No.
Have you seen Garth Brooks?
I have. So good.
Is he a serial killer?
He might be.
I don't know. Well, everyone talks about how nice he is, but they always seem to leave out the part that him and Trisha started off from an affair. Like, didn't they?
I don't know. Did they?
Am I just pulling that out of my butt? Because I feel like that's a thing.
You might be right.
I might be. Maybe I'm getting like Shania Twain, her husband mixed up with him. I don't know.
Was Shania Twain? Is she not like from Saskatchewan, or has family in Saskatchewan or something?
She's from Ontario.
Ontario. For some reason I thought she was like from around the Prince Albert area.
Yeah, of course you do.
Everybody is, right?
You just feel like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was amazed. I drove through PA not that long ago, like a few months ago, and they had a party city, and like never would I have guessed PA out of all places would have a party city.
City.
You can't spell party without PA.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that like the slogan or what?
I just made that up.
Hey, you can have
That's good. That was a good one.
Party City.
Actually, I
can
kind of
have that.
stole it because the saying is you can't spell paradise without PA, but that's a stretch.
Oh.
So, but party PA, yeah, I'll take it.
I think yours is better
I think so.
for sure.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
Thanks.
I don't know about paradise in PA. Is it
Yeah, no,
paradise?
that's a stretch.
Mm,
Long, hard stretch. PA is not.
sure.
PA is not bad. I mean,
No, it's not bad. I wouldn't call it a paradise.
no.
A party? Yes.
I'd
PA's
say
a
more
party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the party works way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you want to hear Darkwing Duck now? I got it cute.
Yeah.
So good.
That's a TV show?
It was a half-hour cartoon show when we were kids. Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. So there was
Yeah.
like Launchpad, Darkwing Duck. Launchpad was his pilot. Like, do you remember? Do you ever hear of DuckTales?
I've heard of DuckTales, I feel.
Huey, there's Uncle Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So
Mhm.
Darkwing Duck was like one of their uncles
Yeah,
or some shit like that. Cousin or uncle
something like
was
that.
like,
Yep,
and he was like the Caped Crusader kind of thing.
like Batman, but
Yeah,
a
he was like, but he's a duck.
I liked watching, like, I used to watch like Looney Tunes and all of those.
Oh
Those-
yeah. Animaniacs.
I haven't
brought
seen that.
back.
Animaniacs.
Steven Spielberg brought that back this year.
back to Hulu or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any new episodes, but that show, oh my God, I used to love that thing.
Yep.
Should check that one out. I've never seen that.
Mhm.
I wasn't really into a lot of kids shows though. Like because I had my brother's 6 years older than I am, and my sister's 9 years older than I am. So there was a lot of, like, my sister would watch The Hills and One Tree Hill and all of those shows. So I kind of, you don't
One Tree
remember
Hill.
those shows?
No. What's One Tree Hill? Like,
Remember, we were not teens.
I guess. I guess teenagers.
I was partying in PA when you were in your
We're doing the tarot card readings at this point.
yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I grew up watching like all of these like older kids shows, or like teenage, like mid-teen shows when I was like 6 or 7. So I didn't really watch a lot of like SpongeBob and all of those kind of shows.
Right.
SpongeBob.
Was
Yeah.
SpongeBob a children's show?
An older kid show.
Like Ren and Stimpy would have been?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
Yeah, like I'd say it's like the show that like 10 and up, like they
Yeah.
start to that. After the Paw Patrol stage, they really like to move on. to
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
My 3-year-old and Paw Patrol are homies.
Are they right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad my little man's out of that phase. He's into like watching
I do like that he does Paw Patrol both in English and French.
Ooh.
So it's Marshall. No. Marcus, Ruben, that's Sky, and that's Ryder, and then it's, I don't know. It's just
That's
he mixes it
funny.
up. It's
That's awesome.
funny.
he's got half of them in French, half in
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Mhm.
It was
My
funny when I got sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my nephew watches these two shows. One's like Shaun the Sheep, and then some other one with a grizzly bear, Grizzly and the Lemmings or something like that. And it's those shows that don't have any sound. It's just like
Yeah.
song, like music, and like you can hear them like going and stuff like that, you know, and they
Yeah.
get like question marks all over around their head and stuff like that. And he's like, Jordan, watch this, Jordan. He's gonna do this, and he memorizes these episodes because like there's no talking, so that's all that he's focused on is what they're doing.
man.
It's super.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
really annoying, but
I think that's cool.
They'll
yeah,
grow
and
up.
I think
The
Shaun
Lemmings,
is Canadian too.
Lemmings sounds familiar.
That was a video game.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you had to like guide them to the unlock the whatever things to get them all.
Yeah, you had
to
to
the
block
level.
them off because they would just
Yep.
follow each other. And
That's even like the Simpsons game. There's like Krusty's Funhouse or something is kind of like that
I don't know that one.
on
Yeah.
Super Nintendo.
Anywho,
I
Yeah.
don't know the names.
so do we get back to our music again?
Yes,
or-
we do. You know what? And seeing you hold that guitar, I'm starting to get like
I'm
the itch.
sitting here like, okay,
I would
let's
love
play some
it
songs.
if you'd be willing to play a tune for us.
I would love to play a tune, but only if you dance. Kidding. You guys just said that you're itching to, hear some.
Listen,
you're
yeah,
itching.
we're itching to hear music. Yes.
to hear music.
I thought you were gonna say that you're itching to get out of your chair and dance.
Nope.
I thought that's where that was going.
I'm like the guy that sits at the bar all night and just enjoys the show.
I would, but I'm on crutches,
He is.
so I can't really. Yeah,
You're not
Oh,
lying.
that sucks.
so I would.
I'm
I
glad
would
that
do my-
No, you wouldn't, liar.
you can dance in your imagination.
There you go.
That's how meditation works. Doing everything in your imagination. This first song, or however many songs we're doing, whatever the night brings. This song is my third single off of my debut EP, and it's called Back to Us. We had a lot of success with this one. It went to radio, and it actually ended up being the trending track for Sirius XM in the month of November. It got quite a bit of airplay, so it was a pretty exciting time being up on the charts with artists like Luke Combs and Kelsey Ballerini, people that I look up to. So this song is called Back to Us, and if you like it, go and look it up on iTunes or Spotify, download it. I'd love to see your views on my YouTube video of it. But yeah, this is Back to Us. We were young and impatient, the worst out there waiting. Now we're sunset fading. Where did we go wrong? We've been wanting, tested, so in different directions, but still right where we left it, barely holding on. Can we go back to that empty football field? Count those stars, spinning our wheels, hold out the head without windshield. First kiss, freedom, back to those bonfire backseat nights. Days in 18 like time don't fly. Crazy how fast it all goes by. Yeah, can we go back to that first touch? Oh, caught up in that rush. Back to falling in love. Back to can't get enough. Back to us. So back that rewind. Slip your fingers through mine. Oh, and we'll make up for lost time. It's been way too long. Can we go back to that empty football field? Count those stars, spinning our wheels, hold out the head without windshield. First kiss, freedom, back to those bonfire backseat nights. Days in 18 like times don't fly. Crazy how fast it all goes by. Yeah, can we go back to that first touch? Oh, caught up in that rush. Back to falling in love. Back to can't get enough. Back to us. Back to us. That first kiss, freedom, I feel you breathing. I want you, need you. Can we go back to that empty football field? Count those stars, spinning our wheels, hold out the head without windshield. First kiss, freedom, back to us, bumped out backseat nights. Days in 18 like time don't fly. Crazy how fast it all goes by. Yeah, can we go back to that first touch? Oh, caught up in that rush. Back to falling in love. Back to can't get enough. Back to us. Back to us.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm actually really surprised on, like, you understand, like, it's on Zoom, so the sound quality is probably not ideal, but it's surprisingly good for Zoom. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
good.
So where's that football field?
The football field. Okay, this song I didn't like the football field that I'm singing about.
Yeah.
I didn't. This whole song was actually pitched to us. This song was written by Victoria Banks, Mark Bright, and Abby Cohn. for like recording, for me, I'm just kind of starting out with songwriting, and it helps to kind of get pitches from other artists and to kind of hear other things. Because for me, I kind of tend to write. I'm just learning, so I'm not a big professional, so a lot of songs come from pitches, and this was one of the songs that we listened to, and it just because I was going through, like, I was graduating at the time that we started recording, it just seemed like a really great song to record, just being nostalgic and kind of looking back on whether it's a relationship, or for me, I was looking back on my whole entire high school experience, just
Right.
wanting to go back to that. That's your comfort zone. That's kind of what you want to travel back to. And so we released this around COVID and kind of thought that it would be kind of like symbolize what we were all kind of going through, kind of wanting to go back to
For sure.
2020. So that's kind of where the inspiration, kind of the drive behind this song was. Wasn't a I did go to football games when I was in high school, but I wouldn't say that they are a monumental place in my high school.
Right.
I was in the drama room and I don't know. High school for me, I had lots of friends in different friend groups, so I guess I did go to football games and volleyball games and all that fun stuff. So there is a little bit of meaning behind that, but not so much the football fields as the whole concept of the song.
Right. That song is awesome.
I can definitely hear the Taylor Swift influences in the way you sing.
Thank you. Thank you. I definitely think that there are some similarities, and people always kind of point that out. I always have to make sure to note, though, as much as I do love Taylor Swift, I'm not trying to be a carbon copy. I mean, yeah,
No.
I would have. Sorry, I would have said some Avril Lavigne in there a little bit.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love Avril Lavigne.
Okay, and I mentioned Taylor Swift not as a negative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Just it
Totally
has
understand.
a little bit of that vibe, and
I totally get it. I get that all the time too. Either Taylor Swift or what are other ones? Some people have said Tori Kelly. I don't know. Sometimes
Okay.
I don't really see that. Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you keep doing what you're doing, people are gonna start saying, you know what, you sound like Jordyn. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah. Right now it's like no one knows. Some people know my songs. Like I'll play, like, if people like around here, because my song plays on the radio a lot at home, because this is where I'm from.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Right.
people, they won't know who I am, and then I'll play my song and they're, oh yeah, you're that girl on the radio. I hear you all the time. And
oh, you learned how to play that song, and that's on the radio. That's cool.
yeah, oh my gosh, you sound just like that girl on the radio. Yeah.
Is, the Prince Albert station, though, is that not like affiliated with
Lloyd?
the one in Lloyd? Like, are they not one and the same?
I think that's Battleford, North Battleford.
The one with PA. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I might be
think
confused
so.
there.
Because there's like a lot of, like, for the one in Lloyd, it's a real country station, so there's got to be like over like 10 real, I don't know how many, but lots of real country stations, and they're all under Sirius XM.
Okay.
But we used to just be like a locally owned one.
Yeah.
But I think like the big industry guys are kind of coming down to all the radio stations.
I have the feeling that is happening a lot to FM radio, because like the PA radio stations got taken over by the Jim Pattison broadcast group.
Yes.
By the chimpanzees, I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, almost. And that's a massive company. And then you have I think Rocco Radio is getting smaller and smaller for whatever reason. And now you mentioned Sirius XM. I mean, they have to do something because nobody's listening to satellite radio anymore.
Yeah. Or Stingray. Is it Stingray? It might have been. No, it was Stingray. I'm wrong.
Okay, well, Stingray is pretty big too, because that's a Shaw company, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, Is there any places in Lloyd right now where like
Are
is there
there any
any
places? Are there any?
are there
places?
any places in Lloyd where there's like some gigs happening at all?
I
Or
The guy from Holland is correcting you on your.
yeah, he's just trying to be a dick. That's all. That's He's
Are there
got-
any places in Lloyd to play? It was your question. Sorry, I just
yeah,
had
like any pubs that are having like musicians able to to perform.
not that I know of. I know that there are a few places that used to offer like live music. It's always hard to find live music opportunities in Lloyd, I find. There used to be the Root Community Emporium that was in Lloyd, and they had like open mic night all the time, but it was very trendy. So I think it just wasn't like with the demographic that's around here, considering that it's all like old farmers and there's a lot of like really fancy food, and I just didn't think that kind of went with the vibes. But I think there's a brewing company that sometimes has people come in and play, but I don't know if people are even doing that right now or even want to try to do that.
Yeah, I think there's not even a handful of places around here that are doing it. I think it's just starting to get going. Like
NPA, maybe the Tartan Table might be open, but
I never even heard of that place.
oh, they used to be that they're on Central, right at the end.
Oh, weren't we talking about that once before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I have heard of it.
Because we mentioned it.
Talking about that once before. Okay, yeah, I heard of it. I
think some Dutch guy was telling me about it once.
yeah.
Dutch, you know Dutch people?
Just one.
Oh,
it's kind of a dick.
Yeah, probably.
And that's so funny because when I was like saying you're getting like a guy from Holland, I was thinking, what's the word for that? Oh, that's Dutch. I'm just like, you just don't think. Yeah,
He
okay.
just keeps throwing at me that he's French, so he doesn't know any better.
When have I ever said that I don't know any better because I'm French? I just say I'm an idiot just because I'm French. That's not why.
Oh.
I'm just an idiot.
I always assumed that because it was French.
Maybe it is. Yeah, like so I was saying that we were at somewhere else's pub.
Yep.
For the Mo Marley thing, and I don't quote me on it, but I don't think they've had any live performances since until tomorrow night. I think they actually got somebody else playing tomorrow. Not somebody else, like
who's playing, do you know?
I don't know. I think Earl's playing again, but I think it's a different band. Right? There's live music. I'm under the impression that there's live music again tomorrow, which has been like 3 weeks ago since the last time, I think.
So it's so crazy to me. I mean, I know that I'm struggling, but I just can't imagine like what other people like. To me, I'm a student as well as a musician, so there's other things that I can focus my attention on.
Yeah.
But for people that haven't gone to school because they've devoted their entire life to music and they're freelance musicians, that's all that they get their money and their that's all that their time is, right? I just I couldn't imagine.
A lot of those musicians are taking time to write and write more songs, and hopefully things will open back up again.
Hopefully. I'm thinking within I can't really give it a timeline, but I think things are starting. I have to say, I think that they are starting to put out.
Oh, for sure they're like that pub in Saskatoon, right? Like they're starting to get some live music there. And realistically, when summer's here, like the fall, when the weather's nice where we can be outside, I don't think there's any reason why it's not going to be back. For this summer at least, right? You can play outdoors.
It'll at least be more.
What would?
Because where are you going to put the crowd?
What?
Where are you going to put the crowd?
You're outside. They can just freelance wherever they want. They're outside in public.
But how about the audience?
Well, I think the audience are adults and they can figure it out how to be 6 feet away from each other, right? And you know what? And I don't think that like it's not up to anybody but that those specific individuals. Like if you're supposed to be 6 feet apart and you're standing 4 feet apart from somebody, take a step back. Like it isn't rocket science.
But isn't that the same at like everywhere?
Yeah.
Like if you go inside, it's still 6 feet.
Yeah.
People have to be reminded all the freaking time.
I don't think they have to be. I don't want to get into that.
No, let's
but
not. Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's go back to her music.
but yeah.
Um,
Would in the fall, like when weather is nice, could you see yourself performing outdoors? Like
Oh, yeah.
drawing a crowd outdoors? Yeah, for sure, right?
I mean, I want to, but I'd get a lot of backlash for it, I think.
So
Yeah.
I don't yeah, maybe, but what would you get the backlash on? For
Well, just-
doing what you want, like doing what you love doing?
Yeah, but like just all the restrictions and stuff. It's so like I don't know if you heard about this. One SCMA, Saskatchewan Country Music Association, duo, Monroe and Patrick, I believe that's who it was that I saw. They did a live video of it was 3 musicians and they weren't 6 feet apart. And it was on like I don't know if they were getting paid for it or if it was like a broadcasted TV thing. It seemed really important, and it got taken down because they weren't 6 feet apart.
What?
And
No.
so I could just see something like that happening, and
Ah,
Okay. Let's switch topic because
Yeah.
I'm getting aggravated.
too, I'm getting
yeah.
So going back to
Your music.
your music,
Was this okay? Your own favorite song? Is that what you just played, or do you have another one that you think, okay, this is one I'm really proud of. This is a lot of fun to do.
For me on the album, I think my favorite, and this sounds really biased, and I think that's okay. I didn't actually end up releasing this song as a single. It is on the EP, but it's called That Kind of Love. And it's just a super, I wrote it when I was 15, and it's about like just kind of having that idea in your head, like that fairy tale idea of what a relationship should be. Like I grew up watching these romantic 2000s movies or like movies, John Hughes movies like Pretty in Pink and stuff, and you always see these super stereotypical things, and that's kind of what you grow up on thinking that love is. And
Yeah.
so that song's kind of just about that kind of feeling, and I think the instrumentation is really fun, and I've always wanted to like sing this. I never got the chance to, but if people would listen to the song enough and memorize the song, I could just imagine me performing it at a festival and having people like clap to the beat. There's this one part that's really distinct that every time I play it, my family like hits the table because that beat is so distinct, and it's become like a tradition. And so I think that song has to be my favorite.
Can you play it?
I can, if you would like.
I would.
don't- You want to talk about Michael Jackson again, though?
Yeah, no, I don't really want to talk about Michael Jackson. Why would I want to do that? No, I want to hear you play that for sure. I was just trying to think if I could tap. Would I be able to figure out when I'm supposed to do the beat, or
Yeah,
would
maybe,
I just
but-
demolish it?
But don't do that because Zoom will get confused.
That's right. That's right. Zoom will. We're not going to make any sound here because we don't want the camera coming on us while you're performing.
Fist pump. Or something.
Oh yeah, you can see us. Yeah, we'll.
Or you guys can like
Actually,
fist pump
maybe
each other.
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
we will dance because
Okay,
you're
ready?
going to be the only one who can see us anyway.
Ready?
Okay, sounds good. Here we go. This is called That Kind of Love. I want the flashback, take that heart in my pull right back in time to a John Hughes movie. Never fading from my mind, waiting for you to be at my window pane. Stand there for me in the pouring rain. And I want that kind of love, where you pick me up in my place, take my mind in space, on me light of mistakes. That kind of love. I'm the only girl in your mind. I got no time to waste. That kind of love. I want the faded sunset waiting for you to be, and my window pane. Still left me in the pouring rain. And I want that kind of love where you pick me up in my place, take my mind in space, show me light on mistakes. That kind of love, I'm the only girl in your mind, got no time to waste. That kind of love, I want that kind of love. The flashback, the heart attack, whenever I see your face. That kind of love. The flashback, can we flashback? That kind of love, where you pick me up in my face, take my mind in space, show me the light on mistakes. That kind of love, I'm the only girl in your mind, got no time to waste. That kind of love, where you keep me wrapped in your arms, I got no more to chase. That kind of love, my heart's a fast car, all it does is race. That kind of love, that kind of love.
Oh yes.
After that kind of love, the dunk dunk. That's what you meant.
Do you
Right?
like that one? Yeah, you got it. That
Yeah,
kind
Well,
of
there was like yeah. I tried to do a fist, but I think I was off a little bit though.
You were way off.
I was way.
I saw you laughing at him too.
I wasn't laughing at him. I was. Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah, a little bit.
Uh,
Kind of hard to notice though. It's more if you listen to the track, you can kind of hear it, and it's more noticeable when I play with like a band.
is it not in like that, like in that dead spot?
Like I'll show you. This is
Yeah,
stuff.
show me where it is. Show us where it is.
In the chorus. It's like that kind of love where you pick me up, like it just stopped, like that kind,
Yeah.
like there's nothing there. That kind of love. Or
I thought it was like in that dead spot right before you go back into it.
where you pick me up in my place, take my mind in a space, oh, I made a lot of mistakes.
Like right before that.
Oh, I made a lot of mistakes. Like what? Where?
There's a part where you stop playing because there's like there's a gap
Hey,
of you playing the guitar,
Joel,
and then
Joel.
you go into the.
It's not the spot,
Yeah, well, I know it's not the spot. I'm just saying that's the spot that I thought it was at.
but it wasn't.
Really?
It's all good. It was a beautiful song. I
Yeah,
liked it.
it
It
was
was
good.
so good.
Which one do you like? That because you probably didn't hear that on my YouTube. So do you
I
think that?
did. I totally did hear that today. You
Oh,
bet.
okay. Okay, because I didn't know if it was on
recognized it
there.
right away.
Okay, yeah, because there's that one. You didn't say that was one of your favorites, though. I was hoping that because I wrote this and that you
They
listened
were-
to it. so that
They
it's
were
your
definitely.
favorite.
You know what? Here's my proof.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, what's happening?
I wrote down.
He has notes. He's old
Oh.
school. He has a
I
new
only have-
laptop.
I have good on me, and that kind of love written right here. Check it out.
There we go. Okay. Well, I don't need to see it, but oh, I love it. Thank you.
Those
Joel has
were
a
my
Joel has a
top two.
brand new laptop, and he writes it down on the paper.
He
pad.
doesn't know how to use it yet. It's not a MacBook. It's hard.
That's true. It has a learning curve because it's not a MacBook.
Where would I seriously don't know where I would type. Where would I have typed that on there?
In your notes.
I have notes on there.
Yeah.
I would
But-
just go in my history and see what I
Right.
watched.
So I find that sticky notes, they just do the trick.
That's man, my
Like the
desk is
physical
covered in
sticky notes or
papers.
the sticky notes on your MacBook.
The physical ones. I don't go on my for me, if I have an assignment due, I'm not gonna I don't go on my laptop enough to see the sticky note on there, So
Mm.
I'd get the reminder as I'm going to do it because I don't go on my laptop that often. So I just write it on a sticky note, put it on my desk where I sit every day.
See, I have everything synchronized between that computer, this computer, and my phone. So if I write a note or a reminder on either of them, it'll pop up on the other one. And
Yeah.
I'm guaranteed on one of these computers. or
Yeah,
phones.
I like reminders on my iPhone. I do that.
Yeah.
But if it's for notes, I just
Yeah.
songwriting. like songwriting, I'll write down like notes in my phone sometimes, but mostly it's writing them out.
Yep.
Right. I'm
What
so
about you? When you
intrigued by,
songwrite, what do you do?
well, I'm so intrigued by the songwriting process. I really am, because there's no wrong way to do it.
Mhm.
You know, but I also find that it's such a tacky question to ask artists. Like, how do you come up with a song? Do you do the music first and then add the lyrics, or do you get the lyrics? Where do you get your inspiration from? I hate like, I'm very curious and intrigued on that, and I want to know that stuff, but I'm
But you
not
hate
gonna
asking it.
ask that. Like,
Well, it's a question that everyone asks too.
exactly.
I really appreciate, like, I was really excited for this interview today just because it's something different. And I think that, and it's the same with listeners too, they want to hear different questions. It's not just us, you know, we don't like asking the same questions, but people don't want to listen to us talk about the same questions all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, for us, like doing this, I mean, you can go on the radio and have a 5-minute interview and have all the cliche questions asked, but listen to the radio if you want to hear that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
read your Wikipedia page if
Yeah.
you want that.
we're not constrained to the 5 minutes that you have on the radio, so we can do whatever we want, however long we want it. We can have you play a song.
Yeah.
We can
Or
ask
we can
questions.
talk about Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I really like that. And I find that, like, growing up, the interviews that I liked watching the most, whether it's Ellen or whatever, it's always the things that were different that made them so fun.
Right.
Good. That's what we're going for. So
Yeah. No format. It's literally like we
should rename the show
why would we do that?
to
No
No
format.
Format.
No, thank you.
No?
No. Because we're still sitting down. No.
It's such a bad idea to be
No format, kind of like No Doubt, no format.
No
Yeah.
format. I think no format could be the name of maybe a side project we
Sounds
could do.
like no effects too.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyway.
No
Yeah.
format could be this whatever else you're gonna do. Well, I'm saying that we're gonna do it because I want to be involved. Because,
Okay.
There you go.
but I think that it'd be so cool to do like a scavenger hunt. No one does stuff like that. Like, I don't know. There's so endless possibilities with the internet.
So okay, get into the scavenger hunt idea a little bit more. So let's say
no,
we're at Batosh. Okay. It's outdoors, so we can stay socially distant. But how would we each have, like, would we be stationary? Like, what do you, like, would we have a table where we're sitting?
I was thinking even like doing like a scavenger hunt where, like, I don't know if this probably wouldn't be COVID friendly, but if you'd had like a couple of musicians or something and you like were in teams and you had someone make a scavenger hunt in like a city or something, and you had to go to like these monumental places and you got hints or something, you know, I don't know. It just
almost like the what's that called? The Amazing Race.
Amazing. Yeah.
like
I was gonna say Rat
Amazing
Race.
Race. But like with cool people like us. You know, I don't know. I just think stuff like that would be so cool. Or like,
But then we'd have to turn it into something that is still
Like relevant to the industry?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead of it could still be places that are monumental, but monumental to maybe like Saskatchewan music history.
Ooh.
Or something.
Yeah.
And whoever gets there either first or last has to play a song in front of that monument and we'll record it.
Ooh, the
That's
winner gets to record a track.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And on the next Funky Moose pressing.
So we have been toying with the idea to create music videos for artists.
That's cool.
It could be that we create teams. Jordan's team 1, Justine is team 2,
Tennille.
Danielle is team 3.
Oh, she's on my team, you guys. We got
There you go. Okay.
no.
Yeah. All right.
But hear me out. And then we set up this Amazing Race type scavenger hunt thing to go to specific places in the area. And then whoever gets there either first or answers a question right or whatever, on the spot gets to record a music video. Like a live session type not the official music video of your song or whatever, but this is Jordyn performing her song at this place, and because we're already at that place, we'll have the stage kind of set up
Yeah,
in front of that. I think we're onto something.
I think we are.
Would we broadcast that performance live as well?
Oh, if we're in the middle of nowhere, we might not have cell service enough to broadcast.
Maybe Starlink will be up and running by then, and
Yeah.
everyone will have internet though.
Yeah, but that's not how that works.
No, I know.
That's
Mm.
or like I was talking to my friend Matt Ryan. He works on a radio station as well, and he's obsessed with ghost stories. And he wants to like do like a country music series where he takes country music artists to like haunted houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Towards it. Like I just think that these ideas are so cool and no one's doing them. Like
Something like
I
that
would
is.
never do it by myself, but
But we can even do that. Like a lot of artists are not from this area, so we could show them Batosh, for example, or we could go to Bellevue Hill for, see how far you can see from here, and then
The St. Louis Phantom Light.
Phantom Light, and then go with different artists, go to those places, and then maybe in that area find a place to record a song.
I think I wonder if the place to record the song. What about if that was at the radio station? Just because would the equipment not be there as well as internet?
Station have to do that.
You don't think? Why would you think the radio station wouldn't want to do that or be part of it?
Because the end. Well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
that'd be cool.
Or at like Skull Creek Studios.
Yeah, Skull Creek or
Skull Creek, I bet we could maybe get
or
Aspen on board.
Trisonic or Reservoir.
Yeah, there's
So at least there would be like the Wi-Fi would like the equipment would be there to be able to broadcast it live.
Yeah.
But that could be like the end place, like at a studio to record.
Okay, when we
That'd be
iron this out, because
You like this idea?
I do. When we iron this out, I want Jordyn to be the first one.
Oh my gosh, I feel so honored. Okay, I'll do it.
The first one to like pick a team, or what do you mean? The first one?
The first one to join us on whatever this is going to be.
Sure.
Yeah, deal.
Cool.
I'll do it. I'm so excited. Whatever this is going to be, it's going to be awesome.
I think it'll be fun. You think we can get Pepsi to sponsor us?
We drink Pepsi.
We're at Pepsi. We're still drinking Pepsi.
I'm more of a Coke person.
Oh, no. Okay, you're
Well,
not
you
on
know
the
what?
first episode anymore.
First episode.
If Pepsi doesn't back us,
We might have to
we
switch.
might have to go to Coke.
Yep.
Yeah, you might have to. I don't know what it is. Like Pepsi just doesn't have. I guess like Coke's just more damaging to. I don't know. It's more acidic.
I think it's all bad for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But like Coke just has more fizz.
Does it though? I almost disagree with you. A cold Pepsi in a can. I think compared to a cold Coke in a can, I think the Pepsi's fizzier.
Really?
Hands down. I really do. I feel it on my tongue.
Yeah, you really feel it.
I really feel it.
Really do.
Yeah, I think Coke goes, but I do think that Coke goes better with alcohol, like rye or rum.
Yeah.
I don't
Than
care.
Pepsi does.
I put Pepsi in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't know really what the difference. Like I have had alcohol obviously, but I don't have enough experience to really be a judge of that.
But I mean, if somebody pours me a rum and Coke, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have.
Yeah,
Pepsi.
it's not Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'll drink it, especially if it's free.
I'm trying to remember what I would mix with gin.
Tonic.
If it was 7-Up or Sprite, I don't
Tonic.
remember. No, I
Well,
wasn't crazy for tonic.
Well, me neither, but that's what you mix it with.
Well, you don't have to. I was mixing it. I can't remember if it was 7-Up or Sprite.
Okay, you mixed everything back in the day.
Yeah.
7-Up and Sprite, I can't really tell the difference.
Oh
I
my
have-
god!
Oh.
Come on!
Side.
Come on!
I honestly don't know. I don't have Sprite and 7-Up that often.
So if I don't believe anybody who says that. That's conspiracy talk.
Oh,
If
hey,
you pour a 7-Up and a Sprite in each in a glass and blindfold yourself, you'd be able to tell which one's which. Same with
Oh,
Coke.
Yes, but I like right now I cannot think of a
Oh,
difference.
right.
Pepsi
Okay.
Coke,
Yeah.
I can like distinctly like I know what a Pepsi tastes like and I know what a Coke tastes like, and to me they are different. But with
Right.
7-Up and Pepsi, I just haven't made that distinction yet because I honestly
7-Up and Sprite. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Has there been
my-
anybody in the chat
it's
at all?
I already have the YouTube video in my head. Blindfold taste test with Jordyn.
With Jordyn.
oh god.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try it.
We could write, and maybe we'll write a song.
About my taste test experience?
Yeah, about how we'll see whichever one sponsors us, we'll write the song directed to that. Like if Sprite.
And by we, he means not us, but the artists.
Oh, well, we'll contribute for
Oh,
sure.
no, we'll throw in a few words.
I'll throw in a few words in there.
Okay.
I'll get the melody. You guys
There
get
you go.
Yeah.
But then the one that backs us is the one that's going to be the winner of the taste test.
All the time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Man, we can hang out for another 2 hours, I think.
I definitely agree. I love talking with you guys. This is so much fun.
But I'm looking at the time and it's
10:30.
10:38.
Yeah, it's a little that's awesome.
Has
my-
there not been anybody in the chat?
No, I have a feeling that YouTube is broken.
The chat's not working, but we do have viewers.
Neither.
Oh no.
And I even shared the link on our Facebook and Twitter. But right now, I think we have one.
No, we're live, man.
Yeah, we're live, but how many are watching right now? Unless it's on my end that it's broken.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's watching unless it's broken.
See? It's weird.
Much.
Interesting. That's okay.
Oh
Hey,
good.
man, it's all about the Monday episode.
That's
anyway.
right, because we're editing it anyhow.
That's true. And I didn't even realize that it was going live until I looked at it today too. So
Me, that's okay, because same here. I had to
Really?
ask I asked Mark at like 5:30 or 6. I was like, "Are we going live again tonight?" And he's like, "Yep." I was like, "All right."
You asked me way later. You asked me at like 6:45.
6:45 if we
Are
were
we
going
going
live.
live tonight? Yeah, at 7:30. So you better show up here.
Yeah, that's right. Because I asked when I posted on Instagram, and I said something on the lines of like, "Join us if you can tonight with Jordyn." And then I was like, "Well, are we even going live? Like, does that even make sense?" That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. And I
'Cause-
was getting uncomfortable because it was 25 after
7?
after 7, and you weren't here yet. I'm like, okay, he's getting close. I had everything set up, and
all
And that's
good.
why the audio worked, maybe, on first try.
yeah,
Because I wasn't here distracting you.
maybe.
Could be
Talking
why.
to you about.
Because when I set
Podcast.
up, he keeps talking, and that's
I'm telling him about nonsense, like freaking Tiger Woods' accident
Oh,
this
here we go.
week.
Oh yeah. I
Isn't that
heard about-
crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Did you even know about that?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that.
He got into an accident. Okay. So many people get into accidents.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I feel bad
We
for
don't
him.
have to talk about it.
No.
Heard about the accident? Yep. Okay, cool. Next.
I love how honest you are.
Well,
It is true though.
Yeah, it doesn't affect us at all, right?
no,
Oh.
I don't know him.
Although Kobe did, like when Kobe passed away, that was pretty
That hurt a little.
eating. Yeah, I don't even like basketball, but just that, like
I
the
do.
story of how he was going to see his daughter play basketball or teach her team or something. Like it was just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad. That's right.
I am a basketball fan, so yeah, that one stung. a
Okay,
little
wait.
bit.
I got a basketball question for you then. What is? Oh wait. I forget the question. There's a term in basketball, and I forget what it is, and I didn't know what it was, and now I don't remember the term, so it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Forget I said anything.
okay.
I feel like it started with an R.
Rebound.
Nope.
Oh.
Rebound.
Yeah,
I even know that one.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
don't know.
Anyways,
Starts with an R.
I feel like it did.
Look it up on Urban Dictionary.
I'm gonna have to. I will. I'm gonna look up what I don't even. Okay, Urban Dictionary. And then I just type in any word. Okay. Any word.
Oh, name a word, Jordan, that he can look up. That's funny.
Renegade?
Renegade.
I
That's
don't
not a
know.
basketball term.
No.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of something that's like good but not too good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know.
Something-
Yeah.
Yeah, some really. What about like I don't know, like
Yeah. Mm.
my nephew when he plays hockey, he always says like, "Yeah, that's such a good deke. Look at me, deke."
Oh, a deek?
Deke.
Yeah. What would that? What's that necessarily? What's that? Would that?
Let's see what it
An
says.
exclamation used to denote ignorance of something. Often interchangeable with I don't know. Comes from pronouncing IDK. IDK, shortened to Deke.
What about tard? Would that be anything?
Maybe. Probably.
Someone who is stupid, but in an annoying way. In fact, if they were actually mentally retarded, it would be a dramatic improvement. So tard is worse than
The R word.
retarded. The R word, yeah.
Oh dear.
Interesting.
Uh,
That's funny though.
Urban Dictionary is awesome.
yeah. So I think we're gonna have to do a part 2, Jordan.
I think so. Well, that's just gonna come with whatever you're planning.
Okay. Done.
Deal.
Definitely.
As I said, I'm not that far. I'll come and find you guys. I need some social interaction.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I'm gonna get a hold of Darwin and see if we can line something up there maybe.
With Darwin.
Yeah. How many Darwins you know?
There's
Yeah.
lots of them around here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on here again. It was so much fun.
No, it was like all the fun was ours, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where can people find you if they're looking for you? I don't mean your home address.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that away. On Instagram, you can look up Jordyn Pollard Music. On Twitter, Facebook, the same thing. I'm also on YouTube, TikTok, newly on TikTok, Jordyn Pollard Music. If you follow me on that would be the greatest because apparently TikTok is all the rage. So those are my places. I have a website as well, JordynPollardMusic.com.
Cool. Thank you
Awesome.
very much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much again, and I hope you guys have a great night or what's left of it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, you too.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Have a
Good
great
night.
week, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.